I was just up there this week. Grand Traverse. I've had a few of their beers. Yeah.
What's that?
This is not a fun shot to go after.
No.
But not if you're going out to pin.
I gotta get this going here.
You love Michigan sports. Red Wings, Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Michigan State, and the list goes on. And you love beer. Who doesn't? What if we mixed the two together? This is State of My Sports. We'll talk everything Michigan sports, like only we do, and then we'll down our fair share of beer from a local brewery, grading the beer throughout the episode. So pop a cold one on your end, and we'll get busy on ours. This is the State of My Sports.
That's right, everyone. This is State of My Sports, and this is episode 112, so thank you for joining us. We're back out on the deck, enjoying the beautiful but warm weather. We're going to touch on the surging Detroit Tigers. Surging. I like that word. When I thought of that word, I was like, that's the one I'm going to use for sure.
You knew it right away.
We're going to talk about who's representing the Tigers at the All-Star game this upcoming weekend. And talk about some snubs as well, along with some draft chatter, which is next week already. I think it's Sunday. Is that right? Man, it's coming up quick. The countdown to college football is going. We're, I think, inside 60 days for Michigan State. So that we're going to talk Michigan State. We're going to talk some U of M. We're going to talk some all Big Ten preseason nominations. It'll be a good time. I mean, usually like the dog days of summer kind of just start kicking in. But man, when you can start talking football legitly, that's when things really start going. So I'm really excited about that. We're gonna have some fun talking fast food. I found a list. I'm not gonna tell you where it's from, but the easiest and most difficult fast food items to eat while driving. I think we've all been there. So we're gonna talk about that and talk about some of our favorites as well.
There you go.
For the Betting Hero segment, we're gonna talk about Ryan winning the NBA, and I'm about to win the NHL one. That's pretty much where we're at. I mean, kind of milking that.
Probably.
To the end. We talk some Vegas lines as well. And of course, we're going to graze our Siciliano's Michigan beer. That was quite the intro. But before we get into the episode, I want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsors. The Hops Brewing Company and Cafe is the official brewery State of My Sports. Siciliano's Market helps us pick out our Michigan beers for each and every episode. Mac Web Design helped us get our website up and running. And Betting Hero helps us and you get the best Vegas lines out there to make some money in your betting world. John Dornboss working behind the scenes. Kyle Fossey getting comfortable. Micah Smith. And Travis Nickel jumping in. Ryan on vacation. Man, I don't know what's going on with him. But Travis Nickel, been a long time, man.
We got a special guest on the show.
I haven't been back since episode 100 when you guys just embarrassed me with some of my great quotes.
I forgot about that.
Nicholisms. In a minute.
So that was the last time you were here was episode 100.
So.
That was the big one. So 11 weeks ago. What have you been up to? School's done.
School's done. Just been shutting the email down, doing a lot of fishing.
Yeah?
That's the way.
Can't
Catching any big guys?
A
Or
handful.
Or
Both.
Thems, its, ends, ands, where's? I don't know.
Yep, we're just catching them all.
All of the above.
That's good. A couple things that we wanted to get into before we get into our beers was some big news that I think it came out today, this morning, right, with Hunter Dickinson, obviously a big name in Michigan basketball, along with a potential transfer. So Devontae Jones. Don't know anything about this guy out of Coastal Carolina. He was going to be a draft as well, and they both decided to come back. That's a big deal for the U of M program.
It's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fired up today when that news came out, and I think you talked about it before. Like maybe it has to do with the new ruling in the NCAA. We'll see, but either way, I'm ready for it. I mean, I think it puts them in a top 5 conversation, no doubt. Devontae coming from Coastal Carolina is a huge deal. I watched him play a little bit against Smith, and he's kind of, I don't know, it's like a G League thing. I don't really know.
Was it the Vegas Summer League?
Yeah, like whatever it is, that they're kind of like trying to improve their draft stock, and he looked good. So
Devontae Jones did?
Yeah, and I'm really excited about that.
I mean, the offense went through Mike Smith last year. He was such an important transfer.
Yep. Right.
And those are some tough shoes to fill. Does he have the same type of game like that? He's kind of the selfless player?
It's a little bit different style, but I think he's going to embrace it just like Smith did. And they got to spend some time together in that tournament, which was cool. And hopefully Smith gave him some of that advice. And we can't forget Brooks came back too. Not that he was going to go to the NBA, but it's just a huge piece of that team. So it's not going to be a young team, but we still have some of those McDonald's All-Americans rolling in and some of these young players that Howard's been recruiting. I'm pumped to see what that team's going to look like.
Yeah, so Caleb Houston's going to be there.
Okay.
He is kind of their prize recruit right now.
Is he going to be a true freshman this year?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, the combination of these guys returning, or I shouldn't say returning, Dickinson returning, and this transfer staying in the college game along with the top recruiting class. John, I mean, do you expect them to be should I say number 1 preseason? Is that fair, or is that kind of lofty?
I think it's fair. They're definitely a preseason Final Four pick.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to be in the Final Four when you got a guy like Dickinson down low. I mean, McGarry, right? We ran the tournament with him.
Yeah.
Same type of deal. If he would have came back, Michigan would have been number 1 after that year.
Do you remember, did he only play 1 year, or was he
McGarry?
Yeah, or was it 2?
2. Yeah.
He did play 2 years, but that second year was huge for him.
That was his tournament.
And that
year.
was the one
the
that he
tournament
absolutely
run.
dominated. Then what did he get? He was drafted 2nd round, maybe?
Went to the Thunder,
And
got in trouble for smoking weed.
Yeah, he's out of the league.
He's
now,
he's
sure.
a semi-pro bowler right now.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm
No
not.
way.
I'm
No
not.
way.
I'm not lying. Not lying.
That is unbelievable. It'd be
Yeah.
so fun to just kind of deep dive into random things
Wow.
about
Oh
my
mostly
gosh.
these basketball guys because they leave school early to get undrafted out of the league within a couple years, and they have to do something.
Right.
The NBA pool is so small
Yeah.
for new guys every year.
But they all think they could make it.
Semi-pro
Yeah.
bowler.
Semi-pro
Which-
bowler. Yeah.
So what is a semi-pro bowler? Like, do they get paid?
Yeah,
Well, I guess if
he's-
it's pro, right?
Yeah, he's like fighting to be on like the PBA tour. Don't ask me how I know all this.
Yeah,
but,
which is phenomenal.
I guess
random acts of knowledge.
Bowling's kind of one of those smoking weed sports, though, isn't it? Like I'm not
bowl.
really big on the ganja or
I
anything.
bowl. I bowl.
But yeah, but like I think
I
golf.
think of like bowl, like.
Kyle,
Where I was going with that.
No, but
I know we don't
It's
want
one
to
of those, right?
get into it, and we can move through it fast, but I wonder if we're going to start seeing more players come back like this that are on that fringe, not necessarily a lottery pick or even a top 30 pick. Maybe, hey, you might make it in the first round, second round guy that doesn't actually get drafted, which happens all the time.
yeah.
Are those guys going to come back for another year of college sports so they can get sponsored by Barstool or Nike?
Oh yeah, if the way these kids are about to get paid, especially if you're think of it, Dickinson, marquee player, huge school, university, following, fan base. He's going to get paid for likes, follows, shares on social media. And you might not make that money in the NBA draft if you're not a top 10 pick.
So the new rule that we're talking about is the name, image, and likeness. So
Yeah.
for the people that don't really follow, they can basically do anything, right? They can get paid. Like that was the big thing with NCAA is you can't take any type of income. I think like it's like
As
really,
an athlete, but if you're in the arts program and you play guitar and have a voice, you can make money in college, you know?
That's a good point.
They
yeah.
just don't have the NCAA over their
Right.
shadow,
Oh, definitely.
which that might be gone anyway
Soon.
soon.
Yeah, the other thing that we want to talk about quick was Phil Mickelson, and the question for our listeners here is did you lose respect for the way Phil Mickelson acted this weekend? And we're going to talk a little bit about what was talked about. John, if you can kind of toss that. I mean, did you basically and this is nutshell small world here that I don't really follow golf with a lot. But basically, there was a story back from 2007. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
And he got gypped out of like $500,000 from a illegal gambling scheme or something.
Bookie out of Detroit.
Yeah. So then Detroit News wrote an article about it, and he got all pissy pants about it, right? I mean, is that in a nutshell, or is there more something I'm missing here?
Yeah, well, I think he was kind of a late addition to the Rocket Mortgage Challenge in Detroit this weekend. He didn't like pick that off the get go when he set his schedule.
He was probably promoting
Right.
this whole thing.
Right.
Kinda.
So
yeah.
the timing of the article, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, come on. People can look up that information. It's public information. It was discussed back in 2007. It's going to be a cloud that hangs over his whole career, was how he handled his money off the course. But, I mean, if you want to continue on with the story, the
timing is gotcha journalism.
Yep.
It is.
And Detroit News is struggling right now. So, like, or the Detroit Free Press or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I think it was Detroit News.
Detroit News. So, the way he handled it, though.
Yeah, so basically he came out, I think this was even before Thursday, wasn't it? That he came out, I think it was pre-round interview or something like that. He's like, yeah, I'm never coming back.
Article,
like
I think,
that.
came out on Wednesday, right? And that's usually where the pros are coming in and doing their, like, practice rounds and stuff and getting familiar with the course. And, you know, that's when people are out watching and seeing things. And then, oh, well, here's the timing of that, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And who knows how much truth there is to this, but like Phil was saying, hey, I came to this last minute. I'm loving what Rocket Mortgage is doing with the city. I wanted to play some golf. Usually I take some time off after the Open, whatever. But I understand it. Maybe it looks a little bit petty, but at the same time, he's seeing this happening all across the country, so I just think there's a little bit of him being like, all right, guys, really, 2007, a story that was already published, and you're going to ask me about that, not the millions of dollars I give away in charity every year. You know, I mean, there's just more that goes on. Like, Phil does a lot for golf, the community, all sorts of things.
He also does a lot for himself.
Who cares?
And he also talks about what he does. That was part of what really. And look, go back a few episodes. I hated Phil. You guys know when he what tournament did he win? That was a big deal.
The U.S. Open.
Yeah. Or not the U.S. Open. It was the. Was it the U.S. Open?
It was the U.S. Open.
Was it? I thought it was like the Players or something.
Was it the Players?
You guys are probably
it might have been. Whatever.
I don't think. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, John Rahm won the U.S.
Yeah,
Open.
so
Yeah.
Players.
The PGA.
It was the more recent one.
PGA Championship. It was the actual
a
major,
huge
right?
tournament.
Yeah. Anyways.
A major.
Yeah. So I don't know.
$5 million.
I talked about how I dislike him, and I kind of always have. But I've also saw some videos that started to make me like his personality a little bit and his humor and stuff. And then he does something like this, and he just seems like such a pissy pants little prick. And like, why is he coming out talking about all that he does for the community? And I can't believe they would do this to me. Oh, poor me! Like, you're getting paid millions of dollars. I don't care if you're giving what to charity. Like, just shut up.
Yeah, but who cares if he's gambling $500,000 on a match?
Okay, but was the article factual?
Sorta.
Sorta. There was nothing like they even
just
admitted
took it right out of the legal response. Like, yeah.
Him and his team came out and said there was nothing inaccurate about this article. So then shut up and get over yourself.
Yeah, but there's no point to bring something up like that. Like,
there's
why?
no point to bring up anything then. Like, why write any article?
So if you had done something 10 years ago,
and it's public knowledge already?
It's already public knowledge, and it was at this point you've already had to deal with it in the public eye, in the public sector.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. It's water under the bridge at this point. And then you come to a place with a struggling news outlet who just puts you on blast out of the blue.
Did they even really put him on blast, though?
Well, only...
It was nothing against him. They just talked about how
asked
he
him
got cheated
about
out.
it, though. Like,
he got cheated out of the money. He was not the bad guy in the situation.
I think you'd be so butthurt if somebody did this to you.
100%.
Well, I mean, I'm also this big compared to Phil Mickelson.
I'm saying
at this point, just ignore
annoying
it.
is
if
that?
I was Phil Mickelson, you just ignore it.
Michael, I see Micah getting fired up over there. So
well, I'm not getting fired up at all. I was wondering, when you said you're this big, what are you talking about?
Like I am nothing compared to what Phil Mickelson is in this world, and he has so much money, and it's like, Oh, geez. I get what you're saying now.
Everyone got it.
No, we got it.
No, I got there.
I think what I didn't like was the back and forth, right? Oh, I'm never coming back to Detroit. Well, maybe I'll come back, but I need 50,000 people to do an act of kindness in the community.
Exactly. Another bullcrap thing. Like,
because none of us have ever said anything out of emotion before.
Yeah, right. But I'm not looking for 100 people to make up for me, you know?
Yeah, he just seems like such a prima donna. Like, I'm so over it. That drove me. Who won, anyways? Was it Cameron Davis won, minus 18?
My brother-in-law works
In
for
a
Rocket
playoff?
Mortgage.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Did he get free tickets?
I doubt it.
Cameron
There you go.
Davis.
I don't.
Cameron
know if he would
Davis.
go.
Yep.
He won in a playoff. I mean, were there really any big names? I didn't watch a single second of it.
No,
I think Bubba Watson finished in the top 5. I believe I picked Kevin Kisner last week when we cut the show.
Yeah.
He also, I think he shot like 15 under, so he was 3 back.
Yeah.
But
Kyle's pick was Matsuyama, right?
Yeah.
He opted out.
yeah.
The course needs to get harder.
Yeah.
When I was reading about it right away after, I think Phil, he shot a 69 day one, tied for 40th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how do you shoot a? Is that right, or did I
Yeah, I
misread
think
that?
low score day 1 was 63.
Which is just
9 under or something.
That is
it's like a
crazy.
9-holer.
Yeah.
It is time to introduce our Michigan beers for this episode, but before we do, I want to remind everyone of our partner, Siciliano's Market. They are simply the best beer store in West Michigan, located on Lake Michigan Drive, right between Grand Valley State University's main campus and downtown Grand Rapids. Wherever you live in West Michigan, it is worth the short drive for what they have to offer. Whether you know what you want or need some help from their expert staff, Siciliano's Market is the best place for that. They not only have a massive and up-to-date inventory of the best craft beers from across our great nation, they are individually priced so you can mix and match to build your own six-pack. They obviously have a great selection of craft beer. They also have specialty wines, spirits, ciders, coffee, tea, tobacco, and cigars. Siciliano's Market also has the largest selection of homebrew and winemaking supplies in West Michigan. We love that Siciliano's Market is part of the State of My Sports family, and it is who we visit to help us choose our Michigan beers for each and every episode. So please check them out and let them know that we sent you. Micah, can you start us off today?
Yeah, I can. From Atwater Brewery, it's their Pogalicious IPA. On the bottom it says, let the fruitful taste of the islands refresh you down to your flip-flops. This passion fruit, orange, and guava IPA will have you sing aloha. This is a 6.5%er, 44 IBUs, international bitterness units. Is that what that is?
That's exactly what it is. I don't know if it's international. It seems like it should be, but it might be something else. I don't know.
I don't know.
We should look that up.
Yeah.
Seems like we would have looked that up about episode 1.
Yeah.
But we haven't yet.
It says it pairs nicely with a backyard luau and grass skirts. And I'm not wearing a grass skirt, but...
That was part of the gig. You were supposed to...
Yeah.
After the break.
Yeah, I'll change into one.
Yeah.
We're trying to work on how to pronounce hops.
Not
The word hops?
Hopes?
not hops,
No,
but-
different like different kinds, different.
Oh,
Right?
you don't give me a pre-show, like...
You never ask.
Yeah, that's
But
good
there's a
point.
very French one in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a whirl.
That's going to be good. Before you do, I'm drinking from Sheboygan Brewing Company. Their Blackberry Blonde Ale. It is 5% alcohol. It's fresh. So basically, this is what it says. Fresh air and water go hand in hand with this ale. We carefully balance ripe blackberries with a crisp malt body for the right amount of succulent. Oh, I thought I was going to miss that word, but I got it.
You nailed
Kyle's impressed that I actually got that. He thought I was going to miss on.
it. It was good.
Tartness and sweetness. This is the perfect brew for enjoying outdoors, which I am doing today. Wasn't expecting. I mean, I've never seen like a fruity blonde, really. Not that I recall. So when I saw this one, I was like,
I've met a few.
yeah, you met a few. I've seen some strawberry blondes, but never a blackberry blonde. So maybe that's gonna be a new thing, especially with all the, questionable stuff going on in this
Kyle,
world.
where's your
But,
zinger on that one?
20 IBUs as well.
I didn't dare touch it.
Sheboygan Brewing Company is in
'Cause
Sheboygan,
he made
Michigan.
Some comments off air that I don't want him to.
He's about
I
to
don't-
cut my mic.
Yeah. Get ready.
Jaws?
Are we on a delay?
Right, we should get one.
All right, am I up? Here we go.
Yeah.
Stemless double New England IPA with Sauvignon.
Sauvignon.
Is that
All right, thank
a
you.
President
Blanc.
Trump or President
Sauvignon
Biden?
Blanc, so that's the wine.
Stimulus?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Sorry, what were you saying, John?
Nice to
Is
have
that
you.
a stimulus check?
Oh, yeah, there
Third
you
one?
go.
Stemless.
Stemless.
Yeah, the third stimulus just got the check in the mail or the
In the can.
Whatever.
1,600, 16 ounce, whatever.
Yeah, it's good. 8.3%.
Ooh.
I tell you what, like Arvon just comes out with New England's left and right that I can't keep up with them anymore, but they all seem to do the trick. I enjoy them.
I wonder if they actually have different recipes or if they just changed the name to protect the innocent at this point. Like, how do you come up with that many different?
Like we
You know
threw
what I
just a
mean?
little bit more of
they're-
Sauvignon Blanc or whatever.
Well, yeah, I get the stemless though. The stemless is like a Sauvignon Blanc wine you drink in a stemless wine glass. Like that's the thing. So that makes sense.
Very
I
good,
get it
yeah.
now. Yeah. Does it have like a winey taste to it?
Not at all.
No. It's just
No.
that's interesting though. Kyle, what are you drinking?
Really beery.
Is this the first time for us with this one?
Also, if people are watching live, please let us know what you're drinking too. And then you guys are gonna be when we're doing our grades later. You guys got to give your grade too. Just
Can
want
I
to
go
throw that
now?
out there. No, let's wait a little bit.
Okay, hold on.
You're good.
Grand Traverse Brewing Company, Lakeside Light. Got a nice can here. Little like windsurfer.
Yeah, windsurfer. Is that a girl
Windsurfer?
or a boy on there?
Yeah.
I guess you don't know. You don't
Yeah.
know. Sorry, I put you on the
handcrafted,
spot.
Traverse City, Michigan. Don't read this. Barley. I should have read this before. And there's a Siciliano's sticker over the main part.
How much is it at Siciliano's?
$2.99.
Oh, nice.
It's easy. It's as easy to enjoy as a sunny day at the lake. Is what they're saying. It's light.
Yeah.
4.1. Zero fat content.
Zero fat. Very, very nice. I doubt that, but
Nice.
we're gonna get into some tires. But before we do that, I want to remind everyone that the Hops Brewing Company and Cafe is open and pouring some of the best craft beer in West Michigan. Their revamped food menu, rotating taps, wine, and ciders make the hops perfect for whatever you have going on. From dinner with the family, late night drinks with friends, or just post softball games too, which we do
Fantastic.
every Thursday. So come visit us if you want to see us. You don't want to see us. The Hops is becoming a staple in the West Michigan restaurant community that we highly recommend to our friends and listeners. Keep an eye out for a The Hops coupon being mailed out in the July Val Pack. You buy a $12 meal and get a beer for a nickel. So that's I'm not good at math, but that
Beer
sounds
for a
like
nickel.
a great deal. Oh yeah, beer on
That is
nickel.
my
Is that
last
what it was?
name.
Yeah.
See, there you go. That's why you're
What? What just happened?
boy. The Hops is the official brewery of State of My Sports in 2021, and if you mention State of My Sports, you'll get a nice little discount on your first beer, but it won't be for a nickel. So I'm sorry for that. But I did want to get into some Detroit Tigers. Are we good to do that here? Yeah, awesome.
You're the boss.
Are we good, John?
Yeah.
Are we good? All right, sweet. Detroit Tigers. So since May 8th, they are 30-22 overall, which is why I said they are the surging Detroit Tigers.
Can we say tearing it up a little bit?
I mean, they're fun.
really
They're
well.
a fun team to watch. I actually was watching
That's really
them
good.
over the Stanley Cup last night, and that's a lot for me.
What time is it?
We're not watching basketball.
Why?
Because
You
the
just
Tigers.
have a
It is.
golf
It
thing
is
on.
the NBA
It's the finals.
I don't
You
want to.
said we'd watch it. I would not have showed. You said we'd watch it.
It's
I
the
did not say that.
finals.
Show me where we watch it. You take screenshots when I text.
We should probably
when we
put the
text.
NBA Finals on.
It's the NBA finals. We're watching.
It's
a
NBA
golf
final. It's the Stanley Cup Finals. The
Now
NBA
we're watching
final
cartoons.
Game. I
for
don't
the
care.
record.
Yeah.
Oh, is the match done? Yeah, you
Sam
get.
is literally watching
Anyway.
cartoons.
Anyways, one thing that so I listened to
Kyle's hurt.
I'm gonna
Detroit
go inside and
Detroit
watch
Sports Talk. They're kind of all on this wagon here of the Detroit Tigers, and it's not just like how they've been playing. Where are they? So what did I say? That was 30-22 since May 8th. That's 8 games over 500.
We are
That's
up
awesome.
1-0
But
right
you
now.
look at their upcoming schedule. They have the Rangers. So I think 2 more Rangers, including today. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. You think the show sheet is what?
It says game 1 live.
Yeah,
like
because
we'll
it's
be
going
watching
on as we're live.
it.
That's
The implication
that's
is that we'll be
The
watching. it.
Tigers are also live, so
yeah. I think we
But
should
it
go to
doesn't
the
say that on the
Tigers.
show sheet.
Anyways, Rangers, Minnesota
I'll die on this.
make
hill.
up their their next 14 games. Obviously the All-Star break in between there, but I mean that right there is a big deal. You got the Royals for 3. The Tigers have swept them. They also got swept by them earlier, but then the Twins for 2 more. Baltimore for 3. So that's 22 straight games here that we're looking at in the month of July. I think it gets a little bit into the month of August. I guess I'm not positive on that. Of teams that are below them in the standings. And this could be a very interesting month. Look, I'm not going to say they're going to contend. I'm not saying they're going to win this division. I'm not going to say that they're going to contend for a wild card. But if they continue to play, to play good ball, and they take care of business here, like they could be in contention. It could be an interesting August.
It's
a good way
exciting.
to say it, right?
You know what? At least from my perspective, I'm looking at it. In the beginning of the season, they were so streaky, and like lose 4. Like I think what did we start 1-4 or something.
Yep.
You know, like multiple times, like win 2 or 3. We'd swept like Houston or whatever, and had a couple of those. Like I think they're just getting more consistent. Not in a bad way though, the good way. Like winning 2 out of 3, or maybe not winning 4 or 5 in a row, but hey, we're 6-2 or 5-3 after the last 8 or something like that. So like, let's go. Let's keep rolling.
It feels like AJ Hinch is getting a hold of his players and what he can do with his roster.
With the expectations, you guys have to be thrilled with the last month of baseball, 2 months of baseball.
I'm blown away by it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, other than the pitchers with Casey Mize and Tarek Skubal, and obviously Manning's done okay, what pieces really are part of the future that's to get excited about? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
sure.
we have Grossman, the catchers, which are
AJ Hinch.
They're small, but Badu I guess is another piece that's been in. But like other than those guys, like who are you excited about that
like
we're really seeing?
Exciting feeling?
Yeah, like
the guys
don't get me
really
wrong.
aren't there.
I love watching this team.
Yeah.
I'm having a really good time with it. But name a player outside of the pitchers that is part of the future on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nobody. And obviously you get these guys from the minors. Like you hope that these guys hit, but what we're seeing right now
This all-star
is not the future. You know what I mean?
Soto, not the future?
So Soto's the all-star. No, not really.
Not really. Oh.
I don't think so.
How old is he?
26,
26, I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
What about
Is that old now?
what about Candyman?
for an arm.
You really
36.
think Candelario is going to be the?
I mean, he's
what
batting
is he gonna-
275. He's had a really good year in the field. Other than I think it was last night, he might have had sort of an error, or 2 nights ago. I can't remember, but he's had a actually ridiculous year in the field.
I like what
And
he's done.
I think he's batting around 275. I don't have that in front of me, unfortunately, but I think he's close to that.
No.
And yeah, like he's taken a little bit of time to get going, but he's 27. We still have him for 3 more years, so that's just one guy. I mean, I'm with you though, but AJ Hinch is where I would say.
AJ Hinch is the thing that's got me very excited about this organization. I'm still not sold on Al Avila being the guy, but the fact is that he brought in AJ Hinch gets me excited. And I think what he has done is he has taken the mental aspect. He's changed this locker room's mental state by like just breaking it down into like 3-4 game segments. Like he's actually broken it down into the series that, is easy to do, but if you can get that in their head and be like, look, let's just go out and win this series. Let's go out and win game 1, and then we are in control to win the series. Like he's making it very, very simple for them. I feel like simpler than it actually truly is.
Almost like a step-by-step instructor type coach. I mean,
and everything he's doing is, I mean, the suicide squeeze and like all this stuff. Like I love this guy. I'm so happy that we got him. We kind of lucked out on it because he would have taken a job anywhere at that point. Probably as in a car wash.
Literally anywhere.
Yeah, I heard someone say that. He's like, yeah, you would have taken a job as a car wash attendee, let alone a manager in Detroit.
So I hate him.
Oh,
from
yeah.
2017.
Yeah, that's true.
But I thought very, very smart of the Tigers to snatch him up because time will heal that wound. Like for anybody else who isn't a Yankee fan to a certain extent or whatever. But like he was going to get another job in the MLB. So the Tigers did the smart thing and said, let's snag him.
No matter where he is, the second he enters postseason, all eyes on Hinch. All eyes on his bench.
I'm telling you what, though. Like, I think so COVID season kind of delayed this rebuild a little bit because a lot of guys weren't playing and all that stuff. But hiring Hinch and seeing like what we're seeing, it's like I think that's brought it right back to where it needs to be, where they either need to spend money or they need to call these guys up and see what they got because he's not going to wait around for a rebuilding organization. He's a better manager than that, and he will jump ship just to get a true chance at a championship.
That's true.
'cause
Somebody
that's the
could
only thing
snag
that's
him.
going
Can't believe I'm
to.
gonna say it, but that's a hell of a point.
That's the only thing that's going to. Yeah, thanks, man. That's the first time we agreed on something in a long time. That's like the. But honestly, like
You guys are cute.
that's the only thing that's going to
Adorable.
wipe his reputation is winning and not have the trash can
Exactly.
stuff like that. So
He wants it
being a
bad.
successful team or a 500 everybody celebrating, that's not a AJ Hinch led organization.
So that's why I think this draft is important. To be honest with you, I think that Avila needs to go into this draft with the mindset of we got to get the most valuable players possibly for trade. I know that's going to sound a little bit. I mean, you might. Oh, here you go. You're going to disagree. Like you're thinking, like who can we streamline as fast as possible to be in the show, right?
that's where my head goes. Yeah.
So my head's the other way. Like we've done that enough. We have a couple pieces that are coming up that I'm excited about, and maybe y'all gonna hate me on it, but I really do believe that that's where we're at.
So
Like,
you would go younger.
So yeah,
let's
like
say an
opposite of what you
18-year-old
would
prospect for someone that's like, oh well, he's
think.
going
Like
to jump
Jackson
in.
Job.
So he's going to jump in and be a top 15 USA or MLB streamline
Yeah, and that
type
pipeline,
thing.
like,
let that pipeline, let them, and by the time he's ready to go, he's already gone.
Try to yeah,
And you traded him for
I look
pieces.
at it both ways. Like we either can trade him or we can like make a longer run than we have in the past. So if we get a great hand like or an arm like Jackson Job or whatever, I'm just throwing him out there because he's one of the younger ones and he can throw. He's right-handed pitcher, stud. He's gonna go in the top 5, but also like not ready yet.
Mhm.
Or do you go with like a catcher or something? Like we already have
Well, we
catchers
don't need to
coming
go
up.
catcher
I know,
at
but
this point.
I'm saying like somebody that's going to be immediate though. That's what I'm not. Hear me out.
Well,
We're not gonna-
Dingler's just as immediate as Torkelson.
I know, but I'm saying like for trade bait, like you have another player.
know.
I'm getting pissed at you,
Ryan.
Sam. All right, I'm just saying we got guys.
No, I
There's
disagree.
guys in there's guys in this draft. Like this draft's really weird. It's a deep draft, but it's not a top heavy draft. Maybe Ryan's saying the same stuff. I don't know.
No,
but
he's saying push it. Do you push it forward a little bit? Like push the envelope a little
yeah,
bit.
what I don't.
So
yeah.
you're saying take a chance? It sounds like.
I'm taking my
You're
personal
always
opinion
taking a chance,
is
to
say
a
take the biggest, like the player with the most potential with your top pick, in my opinion,
See,
because
Go ahead.
sorry, has Avila shown us any like? Well, he has a little bit this year, so I'm talking myself back of like fast tracking someone to the MLB. I don't know that that's happening with any of these top 10 prospects. So let's get somebody like you brought, like that's on a top 15 in the pipeline. Hey, oh
That
my
you can
God,
use as a trade
we
piece.
need somebody here at the deadline. We finally got the team. Let's do it. Or if it doesn't work out, that dude's still top 15, and you got a long. John's working his butt off with my noise, I'm sure, but like
But do you trust him to make
The
good
trade.
transactions?
Yeah,
Like fair transactions that actually benefit us instead of completely destroy what we've had. Because that's what we've had, is destruction of everything
he
in
hasn't,
his
he
wake.
hasn't had
It's
a
been
good
bad.
good transaction at all. Really.
no, like it's funny seeing people being like, oh well, look at us now, like we're starting to make it work. Well,
Not really, though.
Yeah, that's
Honestly, the only thing that we're really still
9
hanging our hat
years.
on is 3 guys in the pipeline that we're waiting to get called up.
and it's only 3.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
It's still a pretty
Which is why
bare
like
cupboard, if you will,
we can't waste those 3. So my point is, you get somebody that
to
you
make
can-
to make them expendable a little bit.
yeah. So
I
then,
guess and the only thing that I would disagree with you with that point here in going for someone that you're trading is I don't look at a rebuilding organization being ready to trade to get that missing piece. You can, I mean, the way that the cap is looking, they're not spending any money on anybody other than named Cabrera. I said that awfully. It's like it was terribly said, but
Try it
they're not
again.
paying anybody but Cabrera.
there you go.
Basically,
Got
is
it.
where we're at. They have tons of money to spend. The Tigers are ready to do that. I mean, not ready to do that.
Sam,
They have shown that they can do that and are willing to do that when ready. So bring in another piece that you can pay on the cheap. And this is where I would go with the draft. And I don't have a name specific, but if you could say, let's say Kumar Rocker or Al Leiter Jr., is that his name? The
think
pitcher,
so.
both of them are at Vanderbilt. Those guys are in line
Jack.
with what is it, Jack Leiter? But he's Al Leiter's son, I think. So that's why my brain went junior. But he's not a wide receiver, so they don't name juniors. Only wide receivers do that, I think.
we We
Hash marks.
Yeah.
acquired Miguel Cabrera for Cameron Maben, who eventually was average down the way. Andrew Miller, which took a while to get to that point, who would have been gone anyway because we wouldn't have been able to re-sign him.
Don't say the name yet.
Something.
Don't say the name yet.
You're
The
thinking of a
pitcher.
different trade, Jacob Turner, which was
Yeah,
also a class. That was for Infante.
Oh.
Okay, so we traded. I'm pretty.
we traded a catcher,
maybe
too,
check
didn't
me
we?
on that, John, or anyone. But
Downtrow.
no,
Yeah,
no.
we got
We
Dontrell
got
in the
Dontrell,
same
but somebody
trade.
check me on. I think it was Infante is what we got in the Jacob Turner trade. Maybe
Okay.
I'm wrong. So
Johnny's
I'm
got
just
it.
throwing you back to piece. Like we could have some random dude with a lot of potential, Jacob Turner, trade him, get a piece to help us win. Like, do you want anything more than a World Series, dude? We're 31. You're 32. Like we've been waiting. We're 32 years in our life and we have 0 World Series. I don't care what it takes. We've been through a breakdown. I want a World Series, and if that means trading away one of our top dudes or prospects
Yeah.
to get what we need, and Miguel Cabrera is still on our team. I'm not talking about him to help us, but he's still here in a trade for a major prospect like Cameron Maben and Andrew Miller. So what I'm getting at is which player in this draft has the biggest name. That's who I want. I think I know who it is, but I don't know for sure. I want somebody with that eye candy that somebody's like, or another team's like,
Are you saying the
"Ooh."
biggest upside, the just biggest potential, or
Biggest-
sorry?
Yeah, biggest potential. Obviously, if
Okay.
Mayer drops to us at 3 or whatever we're
Yeah.
at, 3 or 4, like that's a tough to turn down. But
Torkelson's a pretty big name, like
He
a
is.
long name. You know, I thought that's where you were going. Like, get the guy with the most letters
Oh,
on the
yeah,
Most
jersey.
it is
letters on the
long.
name.
That'd be cool.
Candelario.
Solve
but
this riddle.
You were right, Omar Infante, but the centerpiece of that trade was the one and only Anibal Sanchez.
Oh, that's right.
Another guy who came in and struck out like 19 guys in one game or 18 or something.
But here you
17,
are.
I think,
Also, is
yeah.
like
17.
these key guys that I guess I just look at spending money. That's where I'm at. It's like
Yep.
spend the money. Well, you had like let's say you draft Kumar Rocker, and I know Ryan's not. He doesn't like Kumar. He was the number 1 pick heading into this year. Like
Yeah.
that's what everybody was
I
talking
think,
about.
like, yeah,
and it was a
last-
hands down thing.
It
Yeah,
could
like,
have been last year, too, I believe.
yeah, I think
but he
you're
decided
right.
to come back.
Yep. So like he's been the big name, and it's like, man, if you can get a guy like that, and he's right in line, and maybe you move him up a little faster just to fit, and all of a sudden you have Casey Mize, Spencer Turnbull. Well, I won't even include Turnbull. All right,
Manning.
Casey Mize, Matt Manning, Tarek Skubal, and Kumar Rocker or lighter. Those are 4 guys getting paid less than probably $1.2 million.
well, no,
You can then all of a sudden spend who knows what on the best player available. You can buy trades as well. That's another thing you can do. And you
Isn't
can
that
put
part
in,
of the reason Rocker's dropping? Maybe I'm
going to
wrong.
ask for too much money?
I think.
No.
Am I wrong on that one? I might be.
I don't know.
I thought I remember hearing that. Like that he's. I don't. And maybe I'm wrong, but but he's still cheap if he's going to drop down. I don't know.
Well, just remember, my guy Verlander wants back.
That's a good point.
Okay.
If Verlander comes
wants
in
back.
to be join that rotation, like you're set.
Shoot.
Just be
Are you guys
the,
talking about John Rocker?
the
Yeah, it's John Rocker's.
Or
He
you
had
talking
some
about
naughty things to say on a subway at one point.
But we did want real quick. We talked in passing. Gregory Soto. He was the All-Star for the Detroit Tigers. In his 3-year MLB career, he said it's a big achievement for me and my family. It's very important since I was a kid. I've always thought about it, and now it's a dream come true, which is cool. So Soto, he's 26, 4-1 with 6 saves, 2.94 ERA. 20 walks and 40 strikeouts, which I think that number is pretty important. And then over only 33 and 2/3 innings. This was heading into, I think, Sunday, so these numbers are probably a little off now. But he made his MLB debut in 2019 as a starter, but transitioned to the bullpen. Really, he's thriving. And this All-Star appearance kind of it reminds me a little bit of Jimenez. Is that his name? When he made it as like just
Joe Jim.
yeah, Joe Jimenez. Yeah. Basically just we'll take a Tiger, like, because we have to, and we'll take a reliever because it's easy. But at the same time, I do like what I'm seeing from this guy. And AJ Hinch, he said his stuff has always been talked about, written about, and feared from the other side. The big question was heading in How will he harness it? And he's really put together a nice run of quality outings in high leverage with zero room for error. I've only put him in the toughest spots imaginable. So I mean, really, his strength is a 97, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and he has a wipeout slider, which that's why he's got moved to the bullpen. Because if you have that fast of a fastball and a wipeout slider, that's where you can really become a good reliever. I didn't really have. I wasn't against him being the pick because I think he has kind of deserved it. He came into Sunday with a .53 ERA in the past 17 outings, which, I mean, with a 2.94, just as a reliever, one bad outing can explode that. So you don't really look at it, but you just kind of look at those sections where he's really good, and then he's going to have one of those bad outings and stuff like that. So really the question was there anybody that should have made it as well or other than Soto? The big names were Mize, Scope, and Badu, basically. I personally didn't look at them as being snubbed a whole lot.
No.
Obviously, we sit and watch Mize, and we're very excited about it. He deserves for us to be excited about. But you compare him to other numbers that are left out of the All-Star game, it's like, there's no reason he should be, other than the excitement of being a rookie and all that good stuff.
It's just tough when we're last in offense still, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think we're like right in. I thought I just read
Man,
that.
you might be right. I would be
like,
surprised if we are, but
so
could
we
be
were
right.
so bad to start. Somebody checked that, but I think we're right around last in offense right now.
Yeah.
So it's
Is that
hard
like
to
run
take
scored,
multiple,
or?
like any batter. Like
Yeah.
So that would be one concern of adding one of those guys. But I mean, yeah, you're right. When it's funny when you look at stats and you're like, wait a minute, like my guy has the same average, or but the Tigers have had a rough season, rough start. But I just wanted to throw out that Soto is under contract for a long time.
Yeah.
So another piece that we can add to he's arbitration in 23.
Yeah, which arbitration you get like 6 years of that, which just keeps you under control.
Right,
It's so nice.
Why is that so long?
For some reason I thought it was
really strange.
For some reason I thought he was not in under that, but like that's just another piece that maybe he'll be there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Micah, you got that yet, or anyone? I think we're right around last.
Yeah.
But
Well, according to ESPN, right now, I mean we're ranked at 17.
ooh, maybe
But that's
in our-
average
in-
though.
That's
I
over.
just-
Like batting average. What is it? Runs scored.
yeah.
Should it be able to just hit that?
We'll come back to it.
They're probably at the bottom towards that. 20th. Yeah, so I guess not terrible.
It's cool. Well.
Well, it's
You weren't
not
close,
as close
but-
to the
Yeah.
bottom
It's
as you
we'll
thought.
let it slide.
Today got them up.
Are they up right now? What's the score?
1-0.
1-0. Yeah, so they're surging Tigers.
Surging. What? It's a good word. I like it.
Drinking craft beer, having fun, and talking sports in the state of Michigan. You're listening to State of My Sports.
And just after that, the Tigers are down 5-1. It's amazing how quickly that can happen. No, but we're gonna talk some college football. Thank you for being close enough to football season that we can talk about you.
It's close.
Right? I mean,
Sure,
close enough.
sure.
Close enough. What are they? So Michigan State. I put it. Where is that? I wrote it down. How many days it was? Or no, that was just in the scroll. What?
59.
59 for Michigan State,
59?
Michigan State.
and then 60 days for Michigan.
Nice.
That's it?
2 months.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, 2 months. That makes sense.
I thought we were in the 90s for some reason.
Well, that'd be 3.
No.
I mean,
Well,
no,
yeah, I know it'd be
Yeah,
3
we're-
months, but
Well, we're in July. Yeah, it's usually my
maybe I
my
read that
anniversary
a
weekend.
month ago.
Yeah.
After
yeah.
right after COVID, there was no June. Do you guys realize that?
Right.
Like June didn't happen. It was just gone.
So we didn't want to talk. We'll start with some Michigan State. You guys go to talk Michigan State first.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're on the spot,
So
buddy.
last year, Michigan State was
Football.
2-5, which was an ugly year for them. But the fact that they beat Michigan, and I think Northwestern was like 12th in the country when they beat them. Like those are both of those wins were exactly why people fear Michigan State. Like
Yeah.
that was like the D'Antonio mantra. It's like, yeah, we're not that good out here and there. Like the down years.
A lot of times
are
they can
ugly.
play up.
Yeah,
You know?
the down years are ugly, but they you get them motivated, you get them ready, they're going to punch you in the mouth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Like
And
you say some
that's what I
dumb
saw.
stuff before a game, they're
They're going to take advantage of it.
You may lose that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2-5, COVID season, spring ball was canceled, fall ball was canceled. It was a delayed start, only Big Ten. I go into this, like, this is really Mel Tucker's first year.
100%.
I mean,
He got like a long preseason.
yeah, he got a very long
Right,
preseason.
yeah.
People
Nice.
already forgot about what happened last
Right.
year.
Yeah.
And
Other
here we
than
are.
Michigan game. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I remember being here for it.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah.
And then I kicked you out as soon as the game was
You
over.
did kick
I
me
said,
out, yeah.
get out of here.
I don't want
Sick
to. You said
looking
I don't
at
want to
you."
see your face anymore.
Yeah, I think I gave you the week off of the podcast, too. I was like, I don't want to see you on Tuesday either. So get out of here.
I think I was legit off that next Tuesday.
You probably would be.
Yeah. Oh man.
I probably didn't let you, honestly. I would have cut your mic. I would have controlled the jaws for that episode.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think so. I just really wanted to go through some questions heading into this, this season. I mean, we're getting close. Obviously, we don't want to break down everything yet. But really, I think the biggest question still right now is who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to be the play caller? Obviously, Peyton Thorne is the big name. He's the one that I think Spartan fans would think they want to see.
Gravitate to.
But yeah, grad transfer Anthony Russo from Temple. I mean, don't underestimate that guy. I watched some of this guy's film to prepare, and dude, I think he is exactly what would fit this team. And I'm sorry.
Who's he playing against though? In that?
Well, actually, some very good teams.
Was it really?
There
Okay.
was some film against Cincinnati, UCF, another.
Okay.
There was another one that was South Florida, maybe. I guess it doesn't matter, but
Decent.
decent competition. And I feel like that's. But looking at him, the pregame and also like through the. Like just the different vibe. He reminded me of a poor man's Baker Mayfield. Like a little bit of swag, not like I don't know, like I don't know,
A little bit of the it.
Like that.
little bit of the it factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like you don't have the
Like-
quarterback in the room.
A je ne sais quoi.
Sure. Yes, that's
Yep.
exactly the
Very
those are
French.
those
Spell
are
it.
the
Spell it.
Oh,
several
not a
words that
chance.
came to my head when we were talking about that. No, but like
A certain thing you can't put into words.
Is he a
Okay.
gamer?
he looked like a gamer to me, and
Je
he
ne
was
sais
also
quoi.
making some really good
There
throws.
you go.
This is the first time
and
Travis
obviously
looked at me all episode.
it's film. I mean, it's highlights. So when you don't sit and watch a Temple game, you won't know that. But like, I look at this quarterback room, and if I were Mel Tucker, I would look at it. I don't care if I burn a bridge with Peyton Thorne. I don't
No.
care if I
not
burn
at
a
all.
bridge with Theo Dave.
I don't think he
he's
does
even
either.
still there. Like, you don't have a quarterback that's not a true freshman that you're like, what? I didn't hear you say.
Nothing.
You don't have a quarterback in the room other than maybe a true freshman that you're excited about. That you don't care if you burn a bridge. So this is a perfect opportunity to bring a guy in that's been around the block, that has proven to be a good enough quarterback,
Serviceable.
and give this guy the job right away. And I think this is an opportunity for Mel Tucker to give him the job day one. I feel like it's going to be, it could easily come across as, all right, Peyton Thorne until he proves otherwise.
Worked out for Jim Harbaugh with Jake Rudock.
That's a
Yeah,
that's a really
sure
good
did.
point, other than week one. But
All right.
Utah.
yeah, that was rough.
Ugh.
And Iowa.
Well, yeah.
That was the Iowa year, right?
No, Wilton Spate was
What?
Iowa year when he overthrew him like 12 times.
Yeah.
That was
And
Wilton.
we lost
Well,
on the last
first
second.
Jake
game
was
was
hurt,
First
right?
game was against Utah.
This is Michigan State, guys. This is Michigan
All right.
State talk.
we
We can't hijack the Michigan
Good
State
point.
conversation.
Man, they got
Uh,
a list of transfers. Like the
Yeah.
portal
I-
just totally
Right.
hooked
I
up.
have
Mel
nearly
Tucker.
the
But-
entire
Is
list.
that what you were talking about before, Trav? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind
Yeah,
of
we were kinda just talking
30,000
before,
feet.
but-
yeah,
In general, yeah.
What was it like? They got like 20-something guys coming in on the portal, but they also lost like 20-something guys.
yeah, they did.
They
lost
did,
a
yeah.
lot.
Lost 25.
And that's
Yeah.
really where I just put a big question mark on this. It's like I have no idea what this team is going to be. And if people pretend that they do, sorry, good luck.
You don't.
I mean, you don't unless
No.
you're that connected to the program and you know something that we don't. I mean,
I tell you what, like Tucker, like what a moment to come in. Like last minute hire. D'Antonio kind of like held on, and I'm not leaving, and then all of a sudden he was gone, and then he hires last second. Then COVID hits, and this dude can't recruit people in person, and then he went into like a weird season where they played like 6 games, and then he's got to still deal with recruiting, still deal with getting like a hold of the program. That's why I think this is like the biggest wild card of all time. Like they have no one knows what's going to happen with Michigan State.
No
like
idea.
they could win a lot of games, they could lose a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
I am a little concerned that they have is it not they only have sorry, got bit by a bug. Nice spot about being outside, but missing two returning starters. Sorry, getting killed over here. Two returning starters.
Just glad they're staying by you. Oh, there's another one on your leg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
help me out.
honestly, when you told me that through the text message, I was like, I didn't know that.
Right.
All that I read, it sounded like, I mean, you had some wide receivers that were returning that are something to get excited about. And that was on the offense side of the ball, or was that both sides?
Offense side of the ball. I don't know about.
I think
defense.
they're basically revamping the offensive line, and that's going to be a big role on what this offense can do, because you have the weapons in wide receiver. I think manageable weapons. Is that the right word? Manageable.
And they got that dude from Wake Forest coming in.
Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
we'll see.
He's supposed to be a big deal.
Micah's
We'll
knowledge
see.
of names is impressive.
It is very,
Yeah,
very
he
impressive.
just likes names.
Kudos to you.
I'm all for the names.
I mean,
What
serious.
about-
Like,
Yeah, they got.
they're like, there's that one guy, and he's like, oh yeah, Bill Johnson.
I mean,
Oh,
just
that-
look,
Really?
looking it up
Yeah.
right now. Harold Joyner,
Yep.
running back out of Auburn.
Out of Auburn.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, so another one just coming in.
Yeah,
So
he was
they're-
4-star out of high school. So like, I mean,
Right.
out
So
of the state of Alabama, that's huge.
yeah, so they're
'cause-
taking a big chance on a lot of transfers here. That
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
hanging their hat
Which
on
they
that.
needed
I think they
to.
kind of had to. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. They
Otherwise,
lost
it was
it.
going
yeah.
to be
They
very
couldn't
ugly.
recruit.
And if you don't have and then I think the transfer portal has been the biggest blessing to Mel Tucker in the Michigan State team.
Right.
And the fact that, like, another part is it's like there's still not a lot of pressure either. You know, like people
Yeah.
aren't expecting a whole lot. You can go in and start learning stuff, start implementing your
System,
system and your
culture.
And
culture.
just beat
That's
Michigan.
the biggest one with me is culture, because you can burn bridges with every single one of these transfers because they can't go anywhere
Right.
and
Good
have a
point.
free
Yeah, I didn't
transfer.
think about that,
Like
yeah.
you can start controlling this locker room and being who you want this locker room to be, because you have a bunch of guys that can't go anywhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
And you can set the tone day one. And I think that's going to be really interesting to see.
What do you think about his defense?
Yeah, so-
4-2-5.
Yeah, so we brought in a 4-2-5 defense, which was really the biggest transition with last year, and that was really difficult for what we saw. And I think there was a lot of ups and downs watching that Michigan State. I mean, they got absolutely destroyed a couple games, and their defense looked god awful. But then they did what they did to Michigan, and that's always fun to watch. I mean, it's a tough situation.
Yep.
You know, to change a defense with when you're recruiting players to play a specific defense. You know what
Michigan fans went through that with the 3-3-5 that,
I mean? Yeah.
Rich Rod was running. So
See, now,
get it.
now I'm wondering exactly what Mel is trying to do, because I did my research. He had 6 linebackers transfer out. 6 of them. That has got to be the entire depth chart on linebackers. It seems like
he's
it,
only running 2
Yeah,
at a time.
Yeah.
but he had 4 come in.
So you want
So I'm wondering, like, is it speed? Is it size or athletic? Like straight up
Endurance.
When
athleticism?
you're running a
What is
4-2,
it?
you have to be sideline to sideline. Am I correct on that, John? Would you say? I mean, I'm not really. I'm not good at
Especially-
the schematics of
Yeah,
football.
you're sacrificing the middle of the field, so
Okay.
you have to make up for it by being out on the rush on the edge.
Okay, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
so-
you don't stop him on the line.
Could they be running 2 or 3 linemen and a linebacker off the front 4? I don't know.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like you said, it could be a speed thing.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just kind of wonder what he's flip flopping within the transfer portal for that linebacker position. Whether he's playing true linebackers in his 4-2, whether he's stacking them up on the edge and having linebackers on the edge, or having edge guys or defensive end, or how he's structuring as titles.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It could be completely different than anything you've seen.
All right.
So the big names though that for linebackers, Brown transferred from Minnesota, and then Ben Van Sumeren
Ben Van Sumeren.
Van Sumeren transferred from Michigan, basically so he could play right away, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically the reason why, and he probably didn't get along with Harbaugh, and not a bad way to go, I guess, at that point. Just go over somewhere that you can
Yep.
beat up on them.
Yep.
I mean, these guys are going to be so important
Hey,
to
you
this
can try.
defense.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
For this defense to be successful, is the linebackers have to be good. If you're only running two, you become very, very important. What were you going to say, Trav? Sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna go off track. Did you guys hear?
I knew you were going to. That's
Yeah.
why I had to
Yeah,
get
you
the
tried to-
linebacker
you had to get
in there.
We actually call that going off
Hey.
trap.
Hey, I like that.
We didn't wanna
Hey,
call you
do you
out
guys
there.
know who Brandon Jacobs is? You guys remember him? Big
Yeah,
old dude.
for
played
the Giants. Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
plays, I think, doesn't he?
No, he didn't. He's been off for like 7 years, I think. He's coming back. He wants to play defensive end in the NFL. He thinks he can do it.
UCLA, Giants,
No, maybe he go.
draft picks.
No, he's
UCLA
he's
and
trying
draft.
out. He goes, I can get past any tackle in the NFL right now at 39.
Get out.
Ooh.
But
I don't think.
what makes this a little bit relevant is his kid is going to be one of the top recruits in the college football. So hopefully Michigan
As a
gets
running
him.
back?
No, I think he's like an offensive lineman or something. The dude's like a quadrillion pounds.
Oh, so the fact that he can burn his son is what makes him think
Yeah,
that
right.
he
He's
can.
been doing that on the day. Matter of fact, send him to state.
Exactly. I mean, a little bit some betting stuff with Michigan State is they are plus 5,000 to win the Big Ten, plus 100,000 to win the national championship.
Does that mean if I bet $1, I can win 100,000?
No, you have to bet $100.
You'd win
Oh, then I'm not doing it.
$100.
You'd win $100 if you bet $1.
Oh, that's not worth it at all.
Here, how about you just give me the $100? I'll kick you in the nuts. We'll call it even.
Yeah,
Is
right,
it? What is
yeah.
that from? That's from
Ooh.
something.
Ooh.
Isn't that from like a
I
movie
know
or
what
something?
it's from, but I can't think of it. Like
I can
I've
picture
heard
the
it.
guy's face.
Maybe you just said that to me, and
Right? Maybe it's just a common thing Sam says. Yeah.
So Braden Jacobs is 6'4", 265-pound offensive tackle.
right,
Class of 2025. You know how young that kid is?
freshman or sophomore next year.
Dude, get
Freshman,
out of
no,
here.
freshman
Like
next
15
year.
years old.
He just graduated 8th grade.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's insane.
6'4", 265.
Yeah,
I think he
Get out.
ate well as a kid.
he'll have another.
Yeah.
He'll have another.
My,
You got plenty of
Holy
protein.
smokes.
another 30 pounds on him by his senior year for sure.
At least. Man, he's going to Alabama. That size.
true.
All right. So what I wanted to do is a little exercise here. So, do you want me to tell you guys real quick the schedule? And then you can tell me how many games you think that they're favored in? Because all the spreads are out. Or how do you want
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
just
You
guess
like
it.
that?
Let's do a favorite, and then we'll go yes or no.
Okay.
This is
Week 1. What? You don't like this?
Well,
you're
you're
like, this is gonna
effectively
go
doing the
way
same
too-
thing we're going to do 4 more times before we get to college football.
Yeah.
The schedule game.
This isn't really scheduled. This
This
is
is-
You're going to read
Just-
the whole
All
schedule?
right, give us an over/under in
It's a
games that
scheduled
they're favored by.
That they're favored in?
Yeah,
Wait, so you want me to
yeah.
say
You just give me an over/under and we'll guess. You get to play bookie.
over, under 3.5?
Over. That they're favored in.
All right.
under.
I'm gonna go under too.
John, what are you thinking?
Wait, how many games they play?
Still 9, right?
9-ish, 10-ish?
12.
I was gonna say 12.
12 games.
Yikes. I'll go. Oh, I don't want to do this. I'll go over. I'm a math guy.
Over?
but Just over.
They are favored in 2.
2. Wow.
Ohio State.
2 games.
Holy-
No, they're favored in 2 games.
I know. I'm saying. Oh,
Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, they're
but I,
favored
know, I was
against
giving
Ohio
the games
State.
that were guaranteed to make my 3.5.
No, no.
That's all I was looking at.
No wonder he loses
Boy,
all
that's
of his
actually
bets.
not a bad way to do it. Yeah.
Wait, sorry, were you saying wins? Were you saying over, under, and wins?
No.
Or how many-
in
how many games
favored,
are
so I was
favored
just
in?
gonna. Yeah. So I was thinking.
Okay.
He was going to do the math
I was-
backwards.
I was- yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I got you.
How
I'm with you.
many Big Ten games do you think they're favored in?
0.
0. It has to be.
1.
1.
0.
Oh.
Now,
Zero?
so I should throw a caveat in there. Their game at Rutgers does not have a spread because you
That's where I
cannot
was
bet
coming-
on Rutgers.
Yeah, they would be favored.
Oh,
New
wait, what?
Jersey? New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something goofy with the way that they do it, but at least on the website that I was looking at, didn't have it. But like, so what game do I want to talk
Yeah,
about?
now tell us some of them.
All
I mean,
right.
What,
So week 1 at Northwestern, they're a 6.5 point underdog, which I think is a little
yeah.
low,
a touchdown, basically?
little low for me. Like I think
It should be
could
higher.
I think it should be like
Yeah.
plus 9.5, 10.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Personally.
where I was going.
They're
I know
favored
nothing
against.
about betting.
They're favored against Youngstown State, and they're favored against
Yay.
Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. So
Youngstown
hopefully,
State. I think that's where Scotty's buddy went.
I think you're right. Yeah,
Nick DeCrocker.
sounds right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right on that.
So here's the
always
bigger
names,
question: Do you
see? Micah just knows names.
are they at 2
all
wins?
over.
Then is that where you guys
I
are
think
seeing?
Man, I think the over under should be set at around 3.5, and I would
For
probably take the
wins?
under. Yeah, I
But
don't
aren't
think I
they
have
kind
that
of
here.
saying that it's 2 wins.
Basically, yeah.
If they're that's essentially what they're saying.
Yeah, and then
right?
Rutgers would probably be the biggest coin toss. The game,
Coin costs, whatever.
their game when they're hosting Maryland, that's the smallest spread they have as plus 1.5. So
Why does everyone keep dogging Maryland?
I don't know, man.
Why?
What's the spread on Michigan?
6.5,
What is it? Ohio State.
27,
But at least they'll play Ohio State, right?
allegedly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, they did last year.
Goodness.
They did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan didn't.
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at?
That's what I'm driving at. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think we'll get into a little more. I want to
you want
get
some?
into some of the games here during our betting hero segment.
Sweet.
But what I want to do is turn the page over to some Michigan talk.
Do you want a bumper?
A bumper?
Yeah, sure. So I can take a drink.
Fo-
No, wait, what are you doing?
Didn't I already do that one?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the bumpers. Just hit one.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. State of My Sports.
Last year, Michigan went 2-4, 0-3 at home. Their wins were against Minnesota and Rutgers. It feels like 6 years ago that Michigan beat Minnesota, and I was on cloud 9.
Why did they play one less
Saying
game?
this-
You and everyone else.
This is going to be awesome. This is going to be so much fun. And
Why one less game?
COVID.
Oh, okay.
There was all COVID, Kyle.
And
You
while
can't tease COVID.
and while Micah's
I'm not
pouring
allowed
that
to tease COVID.
while Micah's pouring that beer, we have a beer shout out.
Oh,
from a
yeah? What's the
listener.
beer shout out we got
Hey.
going here?
It's another Arvon,
Oh, boy.
Brewing
Somebody
beer.
drinking Arvon
No way.
tonight?
a bourbon barrel aged campground shenanigans.
Camp? I've not even heard of that one.
I have not heard of that one. Who's drinking that?
A very
Popular viewer. Let me
friend
guess.
of the show.
Nice.
Harry. Top listener. Top fan.
The comment came in while Micah was pouring that beer.
Yeah.
Does she
They-
get a badge?
There should,
One of
I
those
think
She
you
Facebook
did.
do.
No,
badges?
she gets a
Yeah.
diamond. A diamond, right?
Diamond. Oh,
Like top, top fan,
Top fan,
whatever.
yeah.
Is it going to be bigger than the diamond that someone else gave her?
Could be. Better watch out.
Boy, oh boy.
We did get a comment on the YouTube. It's from El Chavo Del 8. I think we're hacked here. I feel like
Definitely
this is.
hacked.
It says I got my first speeding ticket today for going 213 kilometers an hour into the 160 zone. So
Huh.
thanks El Chavo.
Keep
For-
it under
for
the speed
commenting.
limit, El Chavo.
Yeah,
Wait, wait.
jeez,
Keep it,
El
that's
Chavo.
too fast. That's
Is
like
that-
120 miles an hour.
He
isn't
You
it?
thinks-
can't do that.
He thinks we're his attorney. You know. Good news.
Let's talk about speeding tickets now.
Is
yeah.
that actually El Chapo typing
it
from
is.
jail?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it
man.
actually is.
He's trying to tunnel
Ew,
out.
whoa, whoa.
Oh no, El Chavo Del 8. El Chavo Del 1 is El Chapo.
Oh.
That's his secret.
Oh, he gets
Oh,
number one.
that's
yeah.
right.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, he gets first billion.
Numero uno.
Thanks for sharing El Chavo. All of your dirty laundry there.
Doesn't matter what you
What
say.
else did you
It's
do,
all
buddy?
good for us.
Yeah.
So-
We're gonna sit here and wait and see if you're gonna pay it. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna challenge it? Were you in a speed trap?
right.
Were you driving under the influence?
Why were you driving that
Yeah,
fast?
why were you driving that fast? That just
Yeah.
sounds stupid. That's just bad business.
He had
Right.
the need
For
for
speed.
speed.
All right, how many miles per hour is that over though? Like, obviously he went in kilometers, and I don't know that.
How fast was he
Come on,
going?
John.
All right, so he was going
I failed in math.
213 kilometers per hour. How much is that?
That's 142 miles an hour.
All right, and what is the zone at
That's it?
160?
Right, but I think he's saying the zone was 160 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, so how many miles per hour over was he going?
Oh, you want me to do 160
I
now?
want you to do the math live.
Do it live?
Yeah, do it live.
100.
Eric Haas
Wait,
Homer.
Wait,
So
so wait,
speed
the
limit-
speed
40
limit was
miles an hour.
100 miles per hour?
also
That doesn't make
seems a
sense.
little
You're
El
bit-
right.
Chavo, you're full
You're
of it,
full
man.
of it. There's no
You are such a liar, El Chavo. Like, I'm done. Block him from listening. This is bull crap. I don't like him.
Eric
John,
Cosmos
shut him
and
down.
ties
Shut
the game
him
at
down,
5.
John.
Lock him in.
5-5. Eric
Block him, El
Homer?
Chavo.
Yep.
Was that a 3-run shot? Or a grand slam? Was that a grand salami?
I think
I kind of want to talk more
Hang
about
on.
El
Is that
Chavo.
5-5 now.
5-5.
El Chavo.
I told you we were up one.
From 0
Just kidding.
from 0-1 to 5-5. How about that?
I should have been paying
Oh,
attention.
Rogers followed up with one after Haas. hit
Oh,
a
did
three,
he?
Yeah,
Oh,
3 runs.
nice.
So.
He's
Hey.
coming around.
I wonder what the
Ew.
kilometers per hour off the bat was for that one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Kilometers.
Kilometers.
I'm saying it right?
You are.
Kilometer. Okay, you made me nervous when you said
I know.
kilometers. Like, oh
It's
no,
kilometers, yeah.
I've said it so many times. El Chavo's gonna be pissed and never watch again. Thanks for sharing, El Chavo.
3-run
You're a
Bum.
bot.
I don't even think you're a real person.
That's
El
what I'm saying.
Chavo.
He's a bot.
Oh, he's the 8th bot.
We get the Tigers game on here.
Yeah,
Come
here.
on.
Go for it.
Hey.
Bally.
It's almost halftime.
Bally.
Oh, at halftime.
Just
it's
toss
fine.
it right up there. What were we talking about? We're talking about some Michigan
football.
Wolverines.
Michigan football.
I mean, another year, another big question mark of quarterback. Another quarterback controversy. You got Cade McNamara, and you got J.J. McCarthy. I mean, Cade's going to get the starting job. They're going to try to redshirt J.J., I would assume. But that's a tough job for Cade, right? To be that guy and be... I mean, it's going to take, what, maybe 2 quarters of football, and then all of a sudden they're going to be chanting J.J., J.J., right? Like, it's just
like
like
the last 3 seasons of Michigan football.
Right,
Bring in
it
the
is-
next guy.
yeah, it's always going to be about the next guy. I don't know who's going to win the
Dylan.
September Heisman this year.
Dylan.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Cade. I like what I saw from him in the short amount of time. I'm just waiting for JJ. I don't think this team's going to be successful without or under Cade personally. Mike, am I right or wrong on that?
You're both.
Oh, perfect.
You
All right.
You can't go
All right
wrong.
then. Yeah.
It's kilometers
I-
per hour take.
Listen, there at some point it can't be just the next guy mantra. I mean, someone has to take the reins. I don't see Cade McNamara hanging out on the golf course like Patterson was. I think Cade as an individual takes his job a bit more seriously than Shea. Shea had kind of almost like that Johnny Manziel thing going for him, right? Like he kind of had like that maybe that arrogance or that
Je ne
that
sais quoi?
confidence or that je ne sais quoi.
See, he knows.
I mean,
Is it McNamara or McNamara? How did you say it? You said it different than me, and I
Did
wanna
I?
make sure
Oh,
I'm sure
I
you're
don't
saying
know.
it right. I thought it was McNamara, but I think you might be right with Mick something.
I
Why
couldn't
do
even
you
tell
hate?
ya.
Why are you hating on him?
Who? McNamara?
Yeah.
He's not hating on
I'm
him.
not
It says
hating
here
on him.
McDonald. Is
No,
that
that's a
right?
defensive.
Okay, sorry.
Come on, Kyle.
What?
Trying to speed things up without the Jaws music, you can't do that.
That's the only name I saw. I was going to try to read it.
Okay, honestly, just from what I see in play, I mean, last year was so hard to judge. I have no idea because we started out with Milton, and we ended up kind of tossing the reins to McNamara, Micmac. Can we just call him Micmac?
Just call him Cade. Let's just call him Cade.
Paddywhack.
CM12 is what I call him.
CM12 is that like his
CM12?
Instagram handle or
No,
something?
I
Nice.
just, TB12, same number. Let's go.
JJ9.
Oh, is he a 12? Well,
Yeah,
Brady
no,
was
I'm just
10
trying.
though, right?
Yeah, but he calls himself TB12 now, so I figured, give him a little.
So CM12.
CM12.
You
No,
got it. Yeah, you got it right.
I honestly think Cade has huge upside. He really does. But, I mean, if JJ ends up being the guy at some point, midway through the season, then so be it. But, that kind of goes into the next topic. I'm not going to get there yet, but we can talk, whatever you wanted to talk about right now.
Yeah, let's real quick
Yeah.
zoom through a little more about some questions that we have. I don't think running back's going to be a big question heading into this year.
Nope.
You got, obviously, Charbonnet is gone, but Haskins and Corum
Good
are
riddance.
the guys. And then you have
Edwards.
Donovan Edwards that can kind of come in if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to burn the red shirt, I feel like he's going to be one of those 6-game guys, so you can get the red shirt but still get a little taste of what he's going to bring.
Let me say this. I think you're going to have to start burning more red shirts earlier to keep kids on campus.
It's not a bad point.
100%.
Honestly, these kids have seen limited playing time and go, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Look at Giles Jackson. He just went to Washington. Why?
We play them this year, right?
Yeah. The second game. So why would you do that?
Micah said that to me. Like I
it's-
have any idea who that person is.
Sorry, I meant like
Yeah.
to the group.
No, I
second
did. Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So-
No, I get you,
man.
though.
Yeah.
Like,
I disagree with you, Kyle.
especially now because if you're at it, like, I think even if you're at a lower level school, I don't know if this is a hot take everywhere or not, but like,
Do it.
if you're at a lower level school even and you're the man on campus, why wouldn't you get sponsored?
Yeah, you're about to make some money.
Where was this going?
No, it's just the same thing. Like, why would you not transfer if you're not playing?
Oh,
why
God.
would you not go somewhere?
Oh yeah,
Got
sorry. Okay.
Just gonna bug up.
It's real simple if you guys are following.
No, I agree.
Do you
I mean,
not like
no,
that?
it's-
That is ultimately the big issue that needs to be discussed here.
The
Is
only
what
thing-
this is going to do to college football.
The only thing that
He hit
they can make
the
money on
the
is
portal.
themselves. And if they're not getting playing
Yes.
time,
The-
they're
not
not going to make money on themselves.
not just the portal, the plane. Like the
Sure,
the- like if you're playing, you're not getting paid if you're not playing. Not like
True.
these other guys are going to get paid.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Well,
combination of
that's
the portal
actually
with the name and likeness.
funny
Yeah.
thing, and I missed what school it was, but they were talking about it on my way home. There's actually a school that just did like they're paying all of their scholarship athletes.
I saw that.
I missed what it was. I think it's like $6,000. It's not a lot of money.
Like a booster dude.
Yeah,
or
like a
something.
booster's like, all right, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars, spread it thin with all of your scholarship. And dude, that's just the
sponsored
tip.
by some random little
Yep,
company.
That's just the tip of the iceberg of what this is all going to happen.
Yeah.
I
And
know
I think
that-
that's going to be
like
really
what's going to say that like locally Grand Valley State University isn't going to be like, hey, come here.
Yeah, right.
We will pay. Like somebody's going to pay you $1 million a year to be here.
Yeah.
and you're going to
We
be the
should do,
man, and you're gonna
at
everyone's
some
going to
point,
love you.
A whole segment on this.
On the
I know because
name and
I
image
love
and likeness.
the economics of this.
No, I think that's a really good point. And I
Whether
think
you
we
like
should.
the policy or hate the
So-
policy, the economics of it is
We definitely.
fascinating.
It's unfortunate that we've had so much going on as this is happening, so that we got to touch on, so we can't dig
I know,
into
right?
it.
Yeah,
Right.
it makes
But, like,
it hard. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm glad there's stuff going on
We need-
because this time last year I was like,
But
let's
Micah brought
talk
up a
about our
good point
favorite
about
ice cream
Edwards. That
pops.
like coming back to that, like Edward, like a guy like that, it's like I'm the dude. If I'm not playing, I'm not making any money now.
Correct,
Sitting on the bench as a red shirt.
Alabama can get away with that. Michigan,
Sure.
Michigan State cannot get away with that.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think so.
and you know what? I don't.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing like they can't get away with sitting a guy.
Yeah.
Alabama can get away with sitting a guy
Correct.
and be like, hey, wait
Right.
for your time.
Alabama,
it's about-
Ohio State,
Yeah.
Clemson, Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say
Sorry,
Notre Dame
sure.
either. I think
For
Notre Dame
sure.
kind of fits in the same mold as Michigan. Obviously, I'm not saying Michigan's at the same level as Notre Dame. Don't get your panties in a bunch of people. But they're on the same level of, like, I would say Michigan and Notre Dame are closer than Notre Dame and Alabama when it comes to that type of respect in nationally. You know what I mean?
Okay. Side note about the NIL is each school creates their own guidelines, and that is starting to drive college or universities in a different direction with their student athletes, and that is going to either kill your recruiting or it's going to help a lot depending on
Yeah,
what
true.
school is doing
Correct.
It will.
I just want to correct something. I think if the state has not already passed the legislator, then the schools can make it up so it's even playing field. But if the state has passed it and have laws, then you follow the state laws.
Correct. It's like when gambling was getting legalized. All right, sorry, I couldn't hear myself good. But like when gambling was getting legalized, that was the same exact thing. So you're gonna find all sorts of legal
heard what
stuff
you
going
heard.
on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know,
But I think you're right. I
It
hear what
is,
you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah.
really quick, I read something from a Michigan beat writer on Twitter saying that he thinks that Michigan is doing it wrong from the get-go, and actually Michigan
course
State's
they are.
already got a leg up on Michigan.
That does not
Really?
that does not surprise me because Michigan is tradition. Michigan is. They think they're more important than they are.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They
Get
think their-
over it.
Cost
They
you-
think their traditions are so important that they can't break them.
No
and
one cares anymore.
people don't care anymore.
We
were
talked
talking-
about that before and after the Michigan State game last year. That's what cost them that game.
Yeah.
They never took State seriously.
Yep.
The game was what it was, but they came in. We're Michigan.
Michigan.
But none of these players that are playing for this team right now, or quite frankly, this coach, have done anything.
Yeah, look at our tradition.
That's the problem. You're not part of that tradition.
No one cares.
Yeah.
And I think the key is finding a way to break that tradition. A couple more questions that I want to bring up was the defense, massive question mark. If you know something more than we do, please put it in the comments. I have no idea what's going to happen with this defense. No clue. It's a new guy. He's saying that he's going to run similar program than he did when he was part of Georgia's staff. I get that right.
Ravens,
Georgia and Ravens. Look, you weren't big enough in either of those staffs that I feel like you were choosing the format or really even had a big say in it. So just show us. That's basically where I'm at. Right?
There's one thing that gives me hope.
What's that?
Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Like to have a leader on a defense that's like
that is very
that's
important.
been there. He's still he gave up a first-round draft pick to leave.
Yeah,
he could have left, and I think he could have probably got a first-round draft
Could have been
pick.
close. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see.
All
how
right,
he
so
played
early
it
second
out.
round, whoop-de-doo. Now he's trying to get top 10. He's here to make some noise. I think he's a leader. I think he's going to do some things in that defense. Doesn't mean that's going to work, but to have somebody that you can rely on, and the players are going to respect him. They know his draft stock.
Yep.
They're going to say, this dude's going in the first round. So I'm not going to look away from him. It's not like, you got a fifth rounder yelling at you in the face that no one cares about.
Right.
Yeah. Real quick, I mean, we don't have to answer this, but I just feel like this season and what everything's going to, as it falls into place, it just is another either nail in the coffin of Harbaugh or the Harbaugh defenders are going to have a little bit to go. And look, I was going to ask you guys, like, the hot seat level.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a good
Zero.
gauge. I don't think we have a good enough gauge on it.
Zero.
You think his hot seat's at 0? What do you think it should be?
I think it's at 0.
Yeah. I don't know.
The fact he came back, there's 0 hot seat, in my opinion. Which I don't know that I love that.
Well, I guess. I mean, if
all
you're,
right, what do you think, dude? Don't worry about time or whatever.
Well,
Stop getting all podcast. Just don't worry. Just talk to me.
No.
What do you think? Yeah, come on,
All right,
tell me.
I don't think his hot seat's at 0. I think his hot seat's at 4, and I think it should be more close to 6. That's the way I look at it. And that I'm a Harbaugh guy. I think he's a good coach.
I know you
I don't
are.
think he's forgotten how to coach football. I think that he has approached it the wrong way. And that could be the thing. And I think it's he's gone away from the chip on the shoulder, and he's like, this is Michigan, and this is what we are. And when you get here, you get X, Y, and Z. And it's not you get to Michigan, you earn X, Y, and Z. You get
Right.
this and this and this. You know what I mean?
I hear
and
you
I
there.
think that's the wrong way that do it. And you watch all of these other programs, it's like, earn it. You don't have to earn it at Michigan, I don't feel like. And that, I think, is the biggest downfall. Coaching staff, players, all like,
Yeah, but
you
they
walk
just-
in.
they just-
and I think
they
Brady
just-
Hoke was the biggest downfall for that, is he walked in and said, this is Michigan, for God's sakes. And I feel
That
like
was
that
his-
has continued, and
Yeah.
people truly believe that. And it's not. That is not what Michigan should be. That is not what
But
college
we
football
keep
should be.
getting
As soon as you
all
get
those guys. Like they had enough trust in him to let this go, and they just wiped out half the staff.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, this is okay. Listen,
All right,
in this-
let's wrap up the Michigan talk with this here real quick. We got maybe a couple comments, and then we got to get into Big Ten. Okay.
that's fine.
All right.
That's fine. Okay, listen. Me personally, his seat's hot. I mean, you cannot tell me his seat's not hot at this point. I mean, how upset are you right now as a Michigan football fan, Trav? You have to be upset. You can't be happy.
Yeah, I guess that comes into what his seat is at and what he thinks it should be.
Okay.
Sorry, I know you wanted to close this. I had to. Some of these seltzers are going through me.
You're drinking something. You're drinking Lakeside Light from
Well,
Grand
I know,
Traverse
but
Brewing
I had a
Company.
couple seltzers. Are you saying Harbaugh is not in a hot seat?
He is.
Travis.
That's bat ass crazy.
Yeah.
Why?
As an outsider,
I'm glad he
because
substituted a swear word with a swear word. Thanks for doing
It's
that.
not.
How many
It's not
years
whether or
has it
not.
been?
Hey,
How many years
it's
has it
not
been?
if he should be in a
This
hot
will be
seat.
year 7.
So I'm saying, okay. So kind
If
of what
you
I'm
count the
saying is
COVID
that.
He's
year.
not in a hot seat. Should he be? Maybe, but he's not.
Oh, is he or is he not? I agree with you. He's not. But
I disagree.
We just saw that he's not.
We need a poll.
How did we just see that he's not? They just reworked his deal that he has this zero buyout pretty much.
if he has a
and
losing
like crazy
season,
ops.
he has to go.
I don't
Okay.
disagree with that.
So listen,
But I
he,
don't want to
me
No, I
personally,
hear you. I know. I wouldn't either.
me personally, he's on the hot seat, and for me, he has through the end of J.J. McCarthy, whether he transfers, graduates, gets drafted, whatever it is.
We've heard that before.
That- No,
but
no, no,
this is the one.
This is the J.J. McCarthy is like the one in my opinion. This is what you have.
Is this your Trevor Lawrence?
No,
I thought
That-
Shea
that-
Patterson
I don't
was
think.
the
I
one.
mean, he's
Stop.
obviously not that good. But
No, you've had Cade, you've had Joe, you've had Rudock, you've had Shea, you've had Wilton, and some people argue that Wilton Speight
Wilton.
was actually really good. Maybe he was, but I didn't see it. But regardless, you have till the end of J.J. McCarthy to right the ship.
I think that's
So
That
then
is
he.
that is honestly the perfect timeline. I think.
So
It
then he is
JJ.
not on the hot seat.
No, he could
So,
be.
I mean, like
3
you
years.
just said, it's the perfect timeline. He is not on the hot seat.
This is his last chance to show something.
That's 3 years.
I think Trav is actually frustrated that he's not on the hot seat. Is that yes?
Kind of,
Yeah.
yes. Like the point is, he's not. And if you're gonna give him through JJ, that's 3 years, boys.
Okay,
3 years.
What have we done
That's
in the
a
last
long
3 years
time.
then?
Nothing.
John's starting to have
Okay.
to mess with
Lower
our-
the volume. He's like, all right, settle down there.
We
fellas."
came into today, and John's like, "I'm gonna have to work hard because I
right.
get going."
Sorry.
This
But
is-
Let's
is
move
the
this
segment.
train.
why? I mean, just
No, I mean, because we're gonna get into it another time, man. We got plenty of.
You got to come back more
Michigan
often, I
football.
guess.
I'm gonna come back and argue this. He should be on the hot seat, but he's not, and he won't be.
All right. Last chance.
I think
He's
that's
on
right.
a 0 hot seat. You say
0.
What hot seat should he be on? 0 to 10.
7.
You think he should be on a 7?
It
a great
win,
number.
dude. Like
7 to
every
8.
other program,
7
win.
to 8.
Not a 7.2 or something. Like,
I like
it's
that.
a rookie score.
My man, that's funny that you said that
You
number.
said 6
right when
earlier.
you asked, I'm like 7 out of 10 right now. He's on my hot seat. 7
Yeah.
out of 10.
But I think he's on a 0.
He's not.
I really believe that.
So the schedule game for Michigan.
7's at the minimum.
Schedule game for Michigan, right, Kyle?
Do a schedule game.
Yeah. All right. No, we're not getting into the Michigan's
schedule
any
game.
of the games or the spreads at this
It's
point.
not a schedule game, but
we
I'm
gotta
going to read the
we're
whole
gonna move
schedule.
we're gonna move on to some Big Ten. So
Undefeated.
there's a Pro Football Focus that came out with a nice all Big Ten list, right, Micah?
Yeah.
So how do you want
Preseason,
to
all Big Ten.
how do you want to do this? I mean, it doesn't have to be long. It can be long. I don't care. Like, what do you picture this conversation to be? Starting with, do you want to start with a list or what?
No, I just wanted to focus it on Michigan State, where you guys think both these teams stand with the number of players, and then which players are on this first team. Because they have a pro football first, second, third, and then honorable mentions. I really don't care about the aforementioned besides the first team. That's where your all-stars
All right,
are.
so let's start.
guess
So
who
these are
has the
players
most
from
players?
Just the Big Ten?
Yeah, so this
Yes.
is just Big
Just
Ten,
Big Ten.
top
Okay.
Big Ten players in the league,
Gotcha.
basically. I mean, so do you want to start with let's start with position.
I
Right?
think.
I don't think we know enough about Michigan or Michigan State's quarterback that they have a sniff to be even mentioned here.
Right.
No.
So, I mean, am I going off the rails by saying who I think should be or is named that, or what do we want to? How do we want?
Well, honestly, if you have a guess around the Big Ten, like a name that comes to your head, I'll let you know if it's that guy.
I mean, I don't have the name. I just say the next OSU quarterback.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
that's where my brain goes. I'm sure they're going to bring in
It's not.
because Pro Football Focus does
Penn-
a little.
the
They
Penn State
do
guy.
things a little differently.
If we're talking Michigan State, who's the guarantee?
Quarterback
Hutchinson.
Hmm?
Like, I mean, there's only one
to
player.
be on. Okay,
There's only one player,
Oh, all right.
right?
Okay.
so let's jump.
That I think.
Do you want to jump right to that? That's
Yeah,
I
fine
thought,
with me.
sorry, I must have
Yeah,
misheard
yeah.
you, Mike. I thought you said we want to focus this on Michigan State.
No,
oh.
yeah, I was saying if you want to do that, so I want to focus on Michigan State, but then Sam was saying, hey, let's go position
Okay,
by
yeah,
position.
my bad.
Sam
we
took it
have-
over. Sam,
Do we have anyone that's no?
That's your go-to.
Listen, do we have anyone that's going to sniff the QB position
more.
for Pro Football Focus QB
No.
out
Yeah.
of these two
All right,
schools?
not a chance.
Absolutely
So off the top of
not.
my head,
Yeah.
like I don't know if any offensive players in Michigan or Michigan State will sniff that. So you want to go with like a defensive Aiden Hutchinson.
That's the
Well,
only one who I can think of.
And then what position? So is that a DE or is he interior?
DE.
He's a D.
Is he on the list?
He is on the list.
Is he a first team?
He is definitely the first team.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
Nope.
a good guess because honestly,
Good job,
I wouldn't
Trav.
have. I wouldn't
Good
have
for you,
known where to go with that one.
Nailed that one. You nailed it.
I'm trying to. So let's focus on Michigan. You want to focus on Michigan right now?
focus on Michigan.
Okay.
Get some
How
names.
many
Yeah.
other players besides Aiden do you think are on this first team?
One.
One other.
Besides Aiden,
From
who
Michigan.
would it be?
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Come on. What?
Oh, I thought you had
Full-
someone in
I-
your head. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. No, I'm just
From
thinking- I'm
Michigan.
All right, yeah. Let's talk Michigan here. So Michigan.
I'm playing
They're
a
like-
math game.
I mean, you have to think head and shoulders above all
I
the
would say that
competition in the Big
Hutchinson's
Ten.
the only one, in my opinion, that would make all Big Ten team.
Do you think
That's right. They already
Dax
had
Hill could sneak into that?
And that's the
Just
other
off
one that
of
I
hype.
thought.
That I think he could be on there. I don't know if he's going to be safety or corner this year. Has that been determined?
I don't think it's been determined officially.
But I think he could be. I think he should be on the preseason. Oh no.
I personally agree with you.
Yeah.
This game's over.
All right. So I would say one more.
Back to
I'm
basketball.
gonna
We're
say-
back to basketball.
Aiden Hutchinson and Daxton Hill are all
I
Americans.
know.
Preseason
How did
all
that get
American.
through?
Or sorry,
Okay.
preseason all Big Ten.
You're wrong.
Okay.
Aiden is the only one out of Michigan. The only one.
Feels like a snub to Dax Hill, but
That's what
I guess-
That's
I mean,
kind of how I see it.
Sucky that we only have one.
again, it's easy to. I mean, that's a Michigan fan. I don't know Iowa's roster. I don't know.
That's soft. Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
How you
Is
gonna,
that Haas
how you
again?
gonna miss a ground ball?
Ooh.
That's Haas.
Just get that glove down.
He was
The first thing they
looking.
teach you.
Yeah, he was looking to gun.
Get that glove dirty.
He wanted to throw home.
On this same, what all conference I guess you'd call
So,
Yeah.
it. Over under 6 MSU players.
Oh my!
why
are you
such an easy
serious?
question?
no.
You dog.
Sam got it right away.
So all right. So we want to move to MSU, and I would put the over under at like
1.
0.5.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know who they would put in there.
Right.
So for Michigan State to be first 10, first team,
You knew that
you
was.
got to
coming.
get a new drop.
You have the iPad.
We need to drop
All
Joe Jimenez.
All right, here's what we need to know, Micah. Is there a player from every Big Ten team?
that's not-
You don't
I
know
don't
that off
have
at-
that question.
I
for you,
doubt
but,
it.
But listen,
But
when I
if
was
there
looking through the
is-
list,
If
I
there
don't
is,
think-
then
I don't-
Michigan State must have one. Yeah.
Don't they
Yeah,
have a
Michigan
good?
State
They have a
has
good
one.
punter, don't
listen, I
Ooh, they do.
Or
yeah.
Coughlin. He's their field goal kicker.
Remember that
Coughlin?
rugby style punter
Here.
Michigan had a few years ago?
Dude,
No, forgot about that.
I
I think that
partied
just
with a
happened.
kicker
Partially
years
hated?
Yeah,
ago.
I think it just happened one time that he kicked it that way.
okay. So
time he threw a
Coughlin was
pass.
on the list.
Oh, he was.
Do you think you know where Coughlin was on the list?
Would-
It actually surprised me.
I would guess third team. That would be my guess because he's really not that good, even though people
honorable
really like him.
mention? I don't know.
I'll take
Like,
second.
is,
Yeah,
is
or
there,
second.
is there an honorable mention?
So it's like first team, second team, third team, honorable mention.
Second
Yep.
team.
We got a fan of the show that's happy to see Trav back.
Oh, I doubt it.
Thanks.
Well,
Okay.
we got nice.
Where are we at on Coughlin?
Is it my
I think
wife?
he's gonna be.
TB12,
Second.
Tampa Bay Jarrett 12.
Oh, dear.
dear.
I love Jared.
Hey,
That's-
thoughts and
I
prayers.
missed it.
What's going on in
Jesus.
Florida right now?
Yeah, big
Stay
Is that hitting
safe.
tonight?
big hurricane coming through tonight.
Matter
yeah.
of fact, you come
What's
home.
the name of the hurricane? Does anybody know?
Elsa.
Elsa.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Jared is big.
So it's a frozen one.
a
So it's
Disney
actually an
one,
ice
too.
storm.
Yeah.
It's an ice storm.
I hope you bought your winter jacket. Jack.
He would. The one that would take him out is a Disney
It's-
name.
yeah,
one.
Elsa.
Yeah.
Mom, it's
Well,
not
good
cold.
knowing you, Jared.
What level is
He
that?
said
hurricane?
Elsa, like Al.
Elsa.
Elsa.
Why are you gonna mock me on Martin accent?
Yeah, he says milk and
I
pillow.
hope Jared,
I'm sure.
be safe, Jarrett.
Yeah,
hurricane.
for real, man.
Okay, Matt Coughlin.
He's got a I
Honorable
don't thi-
mention.
Was it?
Okay, so he
It
didn't
is an
get.
honorable
And look,
mention.
I don't know it. I'm sure OSU's kicker is the best one or something. You know, like
Probably, but
you know what I mean?
we
Like
ain't
that's
giving
kind of
everyone.
stuff. Like
Now, only because I was looking this up earlier, Michigan State, one of their transfers was a kicker, and he was in the Army All-American game invite
really,
kicker,
Oh, no kidding.
wow.
which I thought was bizarre. I mean, Matt Coughlin's been kicking for MSU for the last 10 years.
Yeah, he's been there at least 17 years.
Oh,
I would say
yeah.
the
Oh,
over
yeah.
runner at
He's
16
a
and a
doctor
half.
by now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Remember that guy that put that
Do they
that
produce
little point
doctors?
guard that played for Ohio State basketball?
Drew Neitzel?
No, Ohio State.
Oh, Ohio State.
Aaron-
Oh,
Aaron
what?
Kraft?
Turner?
yes. he
Aaron
was-
Kraft.
Oh, crap.
Turner.
I thought you
son of a
Turner
gun.
that half court.
How's he doing in the NBA?
Probably awful.
Like
Brutal.
most
He's
people.
probably out of the league. I mean, he was also like 20 years ago. I think. Hey,
That's how
there
he's
you
doing.
go.
There you go.
That was a well done drop. His career has expired. I like
I
that.
only have
That
like
makes me
3
happy.
drops to choose from here.
All right, so I don't
All right,
think
Michigan State.
Going back to Michigan State, I don't think Michigan State had a first team preseason All Big Ten
Agreed.
player. If they
You're
do,
both wrong.
whoa.
Quarterback.
You're okay, Trev. I'm gonna give you a guess because those two are wrong.
Are we just guessing by position
All right.
I only did
or the
because I don't
player's
know their
name?
names.
Because I don't have a roster in front
Well,
of me.
I mean, hit a position because they have
It's wide receiver.
Yeah,
22
wide-
new players.
Wide receiver.
I don't think a
No.
wide receiver would.
All right. So
I think it's gotta be
based on you
defensive player.
said 22 new players. Is this a transfer?
It is.
Whoa, really?
The guy from Temple.
Wait.
It's got to be the quarterback.
No, the quarterback. What if he made it like
First
second
team.
team? He hasn't been given the starter job yet, but second.
Wait, and you said this is first team.
This is first team. Yeah, this is what blew my mind.
it's
It's
got to
a
be the
long
guy. It's got to
snapper.
be the guy from Auburn or Wake Forest.
Wake Forest. It is
Whoa,
Kenneth
whoa.
Walker,
What position does he play?
running back.
Really?
Wow.
That scares the crap out of
Running
me.
back / long
They
snapper.
always seem to just nail us with
That
a
was-
freaking running back.
That is what my first
Ooh,
thought
yeah,
was.
Good
is
point. Watch out this year,
Yeah,
Sambo.
like
This
Scott,
guy-
TJ Duckett. I mean,
Yeah.
the list
Right,
goes
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Do
Yep.
we need to put a bet on the game now?
Yeah.
You still owe me
I'll
for
take the
2 of
7
our
points.
last bets. That have
Seven-
never
He went
been
bug
paid.
eyes.
I'll
I
take the
do.
7 and a
Yeah.
half.
Two.
I do.
I'm pretty sure I still have to drink out of a boot. With
Yeah, you
mine,
do.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst. Not doing
And you're
it.
gonna have to do it again when Stafford wins a playoff game this year.
Did I say that?
That was a bet that we had. Yeah.
Ooh,
You said
You also
Stafford would
lost
never
on
win
the
a-
Giants and UCLA, didn't
Yeah. Yeah. You got 2
I
boots.
was wrecked. Doesn't count.
you?
No,
All right.
that was good. I mean, so I'm curious. Who, like, what are any big names on there? Like positions that we can touch. Like, who is the quarterback that got? Was
Yeah,
it
who
the
was the
next
quarterback?
the
The
next
quarterback
Ohio
was
State guy?
Michael Penix out of Indiana.
Oh, that makes
Okay.
sense. He was the one that did he tear his ACL or he had a knee injury? I think.
I don't remember
mid-season.
his problem.
I don't think he's gonna be that good personally, but I mean, who knows?
So
Um,
let me just run through these. Running
Yeah,
back,
run through a few names here. That could be
Mohammed
interesting.
Ibrahim from Minnesota. I think he's got over 2,000 rushing yards in the last 2 years.
Okay.
He's tearing it up. Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State, obviously. Wide receiver, Chris Olave out of Ohio State.
Yep, that makes sense.
Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. And David Bell out of Purdue. And let's see here. Ronnie Bell, third team. So I looked him up, and he's right around Garrett Wilson's numbers. Very, very similar.
Okay.
And who else did I look up? Hassan Haskins, third
Was he
team.
honorable mention?
He was third team.
Third team.
And when you compare him to Kenneth Walker, I mean, no one right now is going to touch Mohammed Ibrahim at all. He is going to be by far, in a way, like the best
What was
running
his
back
first
in the
name?
Big Ten. Muhammad.
Muhammad Abraham had many
Many
yards.
Had
Had many yards.
Nice.
Had, you guys remember that song from Sunday school?
Travis. Tight end. I mean, does anyone really care about tight end? Jake Ferguson out of Wisconsin. He doesn't ring a bell to me.
No.
Offensive line, I don't really care about.
Yeah,
you
that's
see
not a big
Sam.
you
deal.
see a lot of
We need
Wisconsin
pest
and
control
Iowa
out here.
guys.
Trev said he's dying. I am also dying out here.
Yeah. All right, we'll get this thing moving.
No, not time. Just like there's bugs.
What do you want me to do?
get some spray.
Kill them. I mean,
Kill 'em.
you know
You can BYOS, bring your own spray.
Bring
No,
oh,
you know you could spray and then they don't come.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Call mosquito squad.
So
It's called a vasectomy story.
so
Hey-o.
we're
Wait, so you don't come after that?
I have no idea.
whoa. So
Time
we're,
will tell.
You should have an
Time will
idea.
tell.
It's been that long, huh? Put that on the quote list.
Kyle.
I mean, it's only been 2
Episode
years.
200.
so where Daxon Hill fell, he was second team.
He did get second team. Okay.
He got second team, and first team was out of Penn State. It was
What position did he get for that? Like, what did they label him as?
It was
Probably safety, right?
safety. Yep.
Okay.
It was Jaquan Brisker
Okay. Out of Penn State, you said?
out of Penn State.
Interesting.
From the Red Wings to Michigan State, we're talking about it. This is State of My Sports.
God, you're just complaining about bugs and stuff. This is. Anyways, I wanted to get into
I get shot down
a
my
little bit
shoulder.
of a fun topic. John, where are we sitting on time? I don't want to go too long if we're
Turn the wrong mic down.
I'm sure it was mine that went down.
I think it was, yeah.
just about an hour and a half.
Oh, not bad.
It's all
right.
good.
So I think we can get through this in about 5-10 minutes.
All right.
But
So
we'll
the
see how it
first thing
goes.
you got to do here is define what is fast food.
What?
How about you tell me what you define
This is going
it
to
as
take
as we
30
go.
minutes.
No. You just have to say like, wait, is Panera fast food?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, see, I
Personally.
disagree. Okay,
You would
that's
say
fine,
it is
that's fine.
fast?
No, you're fine. You're fine then.
John, would you say it's fast food?
Only if Little Caesars Hot and Ready's are also fast
See,
food.
I wouldn't say that either.
Oh,
Like, I would.
because you've never gone ice fishing and had one resort for lunch. And had
Does it have
had-
a drive-through? Is that a fair way? to-
See, but
I like that.
Little
Panera does.
Little
Some
Caesars?
Little Caesars do.
Little Caesars?
Yeah, not in my
Panera
neighborhood.
does.
Well,
they
okay.
What does
Drive-through?
Panera does too?
Panera does.
Really? But I think that's a good definition.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's the nice thing I
Doesn't
think you've
have a
ever
drive-
said to me on air.
Probably in the entire time we've ever known each other.
Little
Mark
Caesars
that
has
mark that time
drive-thru.
down so I have that saved
Right.
for the rest of my life.
I think we should it's real simple. Like, do we either know or we don't.
We'll vote against it.
know.
Yeah, like Panera, no. Little Caesars, it's fast, but I don't know if we should include it as fast food.
Yeah. So basically,
Like,
what I
Hot
want
and ready.
Sure.
real quick, if people are still listening live
get
as
out of here.
we've gone like off the rails so many times, I would probably turn it off too. But if people are still there, please let us know what you guys like to eat, and what you don't like to eat while you're driving.
What food do you like?
Because I think that's really important. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
when I'm getting ready to drive, like the
Oh, it is,
like
yeah.
the way, like the type of food is really important to me. Like for me, Subway. You can't eat Subway and it be clean. Like that's the way I look at it. I sit and drive. When I'm driving, Subway's one of the worst because you got to set the whole thing.
It's
It
also
takes
like
up.
a mystery meat, so
Well, I don't want to get into the tuna or anything, but
there is no tuna in it.
exactly. No, but like for me, like that was the first thing that came to mind. Is like if I'm driving and Andrew's like, all right, we got to stop and get food and we'll keep driving. I'm like, I ain't getting Subway.
Yeah.
Like that's just
Zoop.
Zoop. What is Zoop? Oh, is that like
It's all
soup?
soup.
Oh yeah. So soup would probably be a terrible
It's not
thing
soup. Like,
It
why,
takes-
Why
it
are
takes-
we doing this in fast food? I
It
don't know
takes
if that's
way
considered fast
longer
food.
to build a sub than it does to get a hot and ready pizza.
That's true.
to. I think.
Valid.
So do you
Both
think
have drive-throughs.
would pizza be like one of the
Valid.
easiest ones to eat? You think?
Arguably
Maybe.
not.
It could be.
You're asking the pizza
Yeah,
man.
it'd be tough. Depends. A clean cheeseburger.
All right, so just a quick backstory. I found an article by Bill Oakley, he's basically been called the Gordon Ramsay of fast food, and said basically road trips. He offers some tips and tricks in this article in Car and Driver that I found. So he gave us a list of the best for driving and the worst for driving. So I thought we could kind of talk a little bit about
I
it.
can't wait
right?
because I heavily disagree with one of them. Let's
All right.
do this.
So the first one that he said was a McDonald's cheeseburger, which, I mean, the single cheeseburger that is
yeah.
that
Sure.
100%.
Yep.
Easy.
You're basically just holding a bun and chewing it, and
Yeah.
very simple to eat, right? I mean, we can all agree with
Had
something
that
like
many
that.
times driving. Fine.
You're just chewing buns.
Chewing buns,
Driving and chewing buns.
chewing buns.
Just eating buns.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. I actually pictured it, and it was not.
No, it wasn't good.
Another one that he had was a Starbucks bacon and Gouda sandwich. Did you guys know that Starbucks serve
So
food?
good.
No.
It's very good.
You've had that?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so why is that so easy to eat? Like, what-
Because it's in like a little pouch, right?
oh, so it's like a
it is. It's almost like he calls
like
it
a
like a
pita?
delicious wallet. Yeah.
so it's like a
Yeah.
pita
Pita.
bread probably that you
Yeah.
can
A little
stuff
bit.
it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There's a Starbucks at the NICU, so I've eaten that many times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
What?
No.
We don't need to talk about a
Trav.
pitch that was inside the strike zone.
No
High and
way.
inside.
Okay.
Watch it live.
All right. Michael, what is your kind of go-to? So, what is your favorite? First of all, what's your favorite restaurant when you're driving and need something quick and need something that's easy to eat?
It's either going to be Taco Bell or it's going to be Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
So,
The Lord's
when you
Nuggies.
order Taco Bell, I think Taco Bell is a perfect example of some might be. I mean, Mexicans probably more or less hearty. You can't get a Mexican pizza and eat that easily. You can't get a crunchy taco, right? And have a
Yeah, it's
successful
gonna be a
driving and
disaster.
eating.
Crunchy
So,
taco
like-
would be a big problem.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm more of a crunchy guy, but I would probably default to a soft, just for the fact of driving sake, right?
Okay,
So what do you go to like when
Yeah.
you know you're
so
driving?
I may or may not be a dangerous driver to other people. I'm a two-knee driver when I'm eating. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's getting dangerous admitting this stuff on the air. Like,
We got a listener getting a speeding ticket, and we
Yeah,
got guys
seriously,
driving with
how
their
many-
knees.
how many
right,
to
where's the-
Chapo
yeah,
go?
yeah.
Chapo.
Driving
No.
213 kilometers per hour.
Okay. Give me like
Hopefully, wasn't eating Taco Bell.
give me like a Taco Bell burrito or soft taco. That's
yeah, I guess
completely enclosed.
the burritos would probably be pretty easy, right?
Those are pretty
Quesarito,
closed in
steak
there.
quesarito.
Ooh, dude.
Steak quesarito is where it's at. And then
Is that easy to eat or does it get messy if you're driving?
No, you just got to fold your paper right.
Okay.
Is
Gotta-
a crunch?
it's
Is a
gotta be-
crunch wrap in that same category as like a
No.
soft
See,
shell?
that was going to be
Actually-
my go-to is Crunchwrap. Very easy to eat while driving, as long as it's not too hot, because it can burn you and it can get messy pretty quickly. But all right, so I'm gonna go off a tangent with the Crunchwrap because that's my go-to. But like Crunchwrap's really important because, I mean,
Is it because your sister just commented that on Facebook Live?
I had no idea she did.
Oh, all right.
But the thing with the Crunchwrap is, it should be very easy, but if it's made incorrectly, which most of them are because they're Taco Bell employees. Sorry if you work for
Her
Taco
fault.
Bell.
Her fault.
Sorry if you work for Taco Bell, but I appreciate.
Bell?
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't even think about doing.
It's actually-
He looks at this. He's looking for the
It's too much
applause.
work.
Yeah.
Isn't it Taco Fall, the big guy for the
But like,
Celtics?
I mean,
Yeah, very
that
good,
is
yeah.
like that's the easiest thing to eat in my opinion.
I saw an easy best for driving. He's got In-N-Out. In-N-Out is by far the best fast food restaurant, but for driving,
Doesn't
like-
sound.
Hold on, did you say the best fast food restaurant?
it probably is. Yeah.
Oh.
In-N-Out?
I don't know if I've ever had In-N-Out
Why are you getting the face like you don't like In-N-Out if you never had it?
because I've never had it.
Oh, In-N-Out
Come
is
on,
fantastic.
man.
In-N-Out
No.
is
I missed a
so
flight
good.
once for In-N-Out.
It's good.
Totally worth it.
Oh, what's better? What's a better burger?
What a burger!
Whataburger's so good.
I had
Had
Whataburger
both.
in
Oh,
Ireland.
I don't know.
I
I,
like
think you're ordering
Whataburger.
off the wrong menu at In-N-Out.
It's not.
Wasn't-
about
I've never ordered from In-N-Out. I've never been in. I've never been out. I have no idea what this even means.
I guarantee you're not going to end up in In-N-Out. Because you're not going to go to California. Guaranteed.
It's not only in California.
Well, it's in all those West Coast states.
It's all
why
West
not?
Coast.
Why not go to Las Vegas? They have In-N-Out.
Nah, I don't eat when I'm in Las Vegas.
No,
I ain't going to
We
waste
ain't- we
money
ain't
on food.
McDonald's.
I know.
We ain't McDonald's though. I didn't.
No,
I had to
no.
choose between gambling
We went
and
like
eating, and I
4
chose
days with
gambling.
no, or 3 with no food.
Okay.
I don't remember eating between our first night McDonald's and the rest of the time.
Back to your.
I think I paid for like
Yeah,
a.
yeah.
Back
I
to
think
your
I paid
question.
for a
Yeah.
buffet and I never even ate anything. Just
If
to
you-
sit down.
Hit some drops.
If
Yeah.
you have had
Oh, yeah.
Zaxby's, then you know.
I've had Zaxby's.
Zaxby's.
Down south.
All right.
Baby.
It's very.
So
good.
let's go back to like
The
easy
chicken
to eat
Under.
if we want to, or we can just sit and reminisce.
No, no, no.
about
Or I
Let's
thought we were
do
done
it.
with
Okay,
easy to eat.
let's
Let's go to
move.
worst.
All right.
Let's move.
You want? All right. What's the Kyle or Trav? Give us like what's easy for you to eat while you're driving. You don't eat a whole lot, but
We'll do it live.
All right, what?
He's
Would
just
you
doing
just play the longest drop in the
I'll
world?
rate it and we'll do it live.
Do you want the whole thing?
Thing sucks.
come on, Trav did it. Is it done?
Hilarious.
It's done.
It's not hilarious. It's truth. Like
It's a great one. It's a
all
great
right,
one.
so-
Remember when El Chapo went at 213
Yeah.
miles kilometers per
Listen.
hour?
I don't eat and drive.
Oh, you don't.
Have you seen me eat?
I've seen you drive, and that,
I've
and
seen you
I've
eat.
seen you eat
I
too.
didn't eat. Yeah.
So
Sam.
both are a terrible scenario. I just don't. So,
That's a good
Yeah.
call.
but I will
I
have to
wouldn't
agree
trust
with
you
this, guys.
eating and
McDonald's, even a double cheeseburger is pretty clean.
It
Double
really is.
cheeseburger can be.
It doesn't mess up.
Depends
real-
on how it's made.
If you ask for extra, it will. But if you ask for the normal double cheeseburgers minus onion,
Wait. What do you ask for extra of? Ketchup,
sometimes I do.
mustard, and pickle?
Sometimes. But now when I'm
Can I get
driving,
extra ketchup, mustard, pickle? I just realized that your burger order for your whole life has been based on what a McDonald's cheeseburger comes with.
no.
No, that's not true.
Onion,
Because
those
no onion. You
stupid
get
diced
no onion.
onions.
Those onions are the best onions. Those
No,
are what
they're the
turn me on to
worst.
onions.
I throw. Oh. Hate
They're
'em.
good.
All right.
Very good. Yeah, they're good onions.
All right, what's the hardest thing for you to eat, Trev?
Peanut butter.
No, like no, like
Like
while
a
you're
dog.
driving. Or actually, you said that you
Peanut
don't
butter.
eat and drive, so you're done. Just turn his mic
Yeah,
off. So
turn
we're
me
good.
off.
Cut 'em.
Yeah. Kyle, like, what about you? You seem like
Mine
you
would be In-N-Out Burger.
When have you driven to In-N-Out Burger?
Every time I go to Arizona.
You drive when you're in Arizona?
Yeah, we rent a car.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's nice.
I think once a year. Well, every spring break we go to Arizona. But you order an In-N-Out Burger animal style.
Whoa! All right, here we
so
go.
good.
That sounds disgusting.
It's not on. I don't know if it's on the menu.
Sounds-
Is it actually on the menu?
sounds
I don't
dirty.
think so. But you just have to order it that way.
What kind of animal? Like doggy animal or
No, like it's a normal burger, but then like it has like these like special grilled onions with this sauce, and then you get your fries animal style as well. It's very good, but it's very messy. It'd be impossible to eat.
Okay, so something he could try similar is probably Cookout. Cookout is similar, and it's super cheap. Okay.
You keep naming random places
Cookout
I've
is
never heard of.
Cookout is a fast food restaurant?
Yeah, Cookout. Cookout is down in
How
like
about we
kind of
t-
Tennessee,
yeah.
Kentucky
How about we
area.
this is a Michigan podcast. Let's
Mid-country.
talk
When
about
did you become a world
Michigan-
traveler?
Michigan-based.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, mid. When you become a world traveler, it's literally like 8 hours away by car.
I mean, we've talked about Zaxby's. We've talked about Whataburger.
Oh, I think the
And,
hardest one.
if you want
Yeah.
to In-N-Out
But
Burger.
whatever he
this has been a
said,
really
no.
good business or like Michigan-related topic.
For-
Thanks, guys.
The hardest thing to eat has got to be just a hard shell taco.
I would agree with that.
It's
All
going
right.
to go everywhere.
So should we just wrap this up and should I just go through the list
Okay.
here at this point?
So
Or do we
a
get any comments,
Subway
John?
sandwich is terribly hard for me to eat while driving.
Oh, the Arby's with the beef and cheddar? Yeah. I would never do that
I said
He said
while
Subway.
driving.
Subway.
Oh, I thought you said Subway. I thought you said Arby's.
He said Subway.
Did
So
you really
is it?
think I
I
said
know.
Arby's?
I thought you said Arby's, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're
Did I
cool.
say Arby's?
No, you definitely said Subway.
Pretty sure you
Okay.
said Subway.
He-
Okay,
he didn't
Subway
listen.
for me.
It
When
was the
it's,
third home run of the game. Arby's get free curly fries. So
I mean,
getting out of hand.
because I like a sub sandwich that's loaded with meat, cheese, veggies, and sauce.
If you want meat,
And
don't go
so-
to Subway. What just
So-
happened?
there's someone on the field.
No, man, no,
Why don't they show
All right,
it?
all
Dude,
right.
all of a
What's that
sudden,
guy?
The best.
oh, dude, that guy.
Over by first?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
he
it
tripped
was
over
right
the
behind the
mound.
pitcher. But all right, am I on?
I don't
All right.
know.
So listen, what happened was
yeah, tell us.
somebody was running on, and then the security guard was chasing him,
tripped over
and he
the
bipped it
rosin
real
bag?
hard right over the bag, and everyone's like, "Hey, we're all right," but that dude's not. Like, you got rewind on this, Sam?
I have no idea, dude. I try not to
Oh
touch the
my.
ball because I get stressed. I'm gonna try. I'll
Yeah.
try.
Oh my gosh,
Do
you gotta
it.
watch this guy falling over the mound.
Oh,
Are you
dude.
wanting to read all of these, Sam?
No, yeah, go for it.
You have
Start reading
Subway.
some.
That was a good one. Taco Bell Crunchy, Taco Supreme, the Big King from BK, the Big KFC Coleslaw.
Yo, that would be
What?
tough.
That would
I'm
be
sure
tough,
very
yeah.
tough. Yeah.
I
So
really,
these
but
are
I
the
really
toughest
loved
ones?
this one.
Do you guys
I
like
really loved-
coleslaw?
Cold
I do not like
slaw?
coleslaw.
Did you say cold slaw?
Well,
I do
you
not
know,
like
I don't
coleslaw.
eat food, so I don't know.
Slaw.
This is a great one. Panda Express.
I've never
It
had
says
it.
everything from Panda Express except the cream cheese rangoons and spring rolls.
Yeah,
I think
was-
spring rolls would be easy.
You could do the spring rolls, yeah.
Yeah,
Wendy's baked potato.
yeah, dude.
I'd kill one.
I bet you they lose a lot of business just from
Oh,
The
Baconator
drive-thru.
fries are kind of messy. I will give it.
That's true, too.
Baconator fries.
yeah, they are very
You're-
messy.
Yeah,
Oh.
you try having
so
those in the
good.
car,
That's
you're
kind of
screwed.
like what animal style.
Hold
is.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned. So I was at a friend's house yesterday. Did you know that they're selling Chick-fil-A sauce at Meijer,
Yeah.
bottled? You knew that and you didn't sell that with me?
Hold on,
You
the
didn't tell me
at my
that?
sriracha
house.
one.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
The sriracha one.
No, it's legit.
the real one.
And I was nervous that it was going to
What?
taste different. It tasted
Exactly the same.
perfect. It was
Yep.
it was a beautiful thing. You knew that and you didn't share it with me?
Yeah. I guess I didn't know you were a big Chick-fil-A fan.
Oh, come on.
Okay, what's your number?
7. No.
7 for lunch or breakfast?
What's the spicy
If
chicken?
you've never had breakfast,
Spicy
you are
chicken
not
deluxe.
a Chick-fil-A fan.
Spicy chicken deluxe.
No
I've had
tomato.
breakfast a ton. Listener Kurt brought me breakfast from Chick-fil-A once.
What's your breakfast number?
I don't know
I
what.
don't-
It's,
I've
what's
never
the
ate breakfast
biscuit
there.
with just the chicken.
The biscuit and chicken.
Yeah, but what he's saying number? Like I don't know what the number
Probably a 1. It sounds like a
is.
1.
It sounds like a 1, doesn't it? Yeah.
It really does.
So I was a 1.
Yeah.
And then they have this bagel with the chicken and the cheese.
Ooh, baby. I will try that for sure.
Dude. Oh, gotta try it. Anyways,
Is this game out of hand now?
Yeah, so some of the best real quick were the McDonald's cheeseburger, Taco Bell potato taco.
We already did this.
Oh, you already did the best? I thought you did the worst.
No, you did some of the best.
KFC popcorn chicken.
I had some of that on my way
Nuggets?
home from Petoskey yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did
I
it do
think
well in the
KFC's
car?
a very underrated
so well.
restaurant.
So
Just
well.
a little box. You just grab one at
Yeah.
a time. You know, the dog just looked at me and
The
drooled.
Popeyes chicken
the
sandwich.
Popeyes chicken
time.
sandwich. How is a Popeyes chicken sandwich on there and not the
Because of
Chick-fil-A?
what they package it in. No, Chick-fil-A should be as well. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't care if I ruin 6 pairs of clothes to eat a chicken sandwich.
Agreed.
But the only hold on. So the reason why I wouldn't say the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is because it's hard to put the Chick-fil-A sauce on it. And then it makes it messy. You got to do all that
You got to dunk it.
while you're in it. And that's
Yeah.
not, you dunk it. That makes sense. I'm not a dunker
it
when it comes to
depends on
sandwiches.
if you're spicy or not.
Rookie.
So we had pizza, crunch wrap, Wendy's chili.
That's a worst. Yeah.
So good but messy. So
Very messy.
yeah, because you got to have 2. You got to hold it, and you got to use a spoon. You can't go like distance from cup holder to mouth with a spoon.
or between the legs to mouth.
Yeah,
Too dangerous.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
You basically have to be like pinky on the steering wheel, holding the bowl,
Yeah.
and going like this, right?
Or if your wife or somebody's with you, you work the pedals while they steer while you eat the chili.
Or you just sit in the restaurant,
Yeah.
which is why eating the chili is probably a bad idea.
I mean, you guys
Probably is a
don't.
bad idea.
You don't have like iPilot or something on your cars.
Not yet. Not yet.
Did you just have that, John?
3 years from now.
No.
3 years from now, I still won't, but because my G6 won't be dead yet.
So fly. Like a G6.
213 kilometers per hour. You gotta,
200?
I'm doing this so you get the bumper ready.
I'm not looking at you.
If it's craft beer in Michigan sports, we may not be the authority, but we love both like a fat kid loves cake. This is State of My Sports.
No, let's do that next time you're here.
Boy, oh
That's like
boy.
that's a 2.5 hour episode in itself.
Let's do just that question and a deep dive into the NIL.
Trav, that's a slippery slope,
Yeah.
bud.
Not right now.
No, we definitely. So Trez wants to do does defense wins championships. He thinks it's a yes. I think it's a no. But
Someday.
well, someday. He's already forgotten that he needs to talk into a microphone. So it's an easy win for me, even if we did this right now. But we're gonna talk some Betting Hero. Real quick, a little bit about Betting Hero. Go to bettinghero.com. Use promo code MIBETS, and they're going to give you the best promotions available across all of the platforms that are legal inside the state of Michigan. So don't just settle on one betting website because, I mean, you shop around, you're going to get the better odds I mean, you could get a completely different odds. You could get -1, for example, and at let's say DraftKings, but you could get -1.5 at FanDuel. Obviously, you take the smarter one, the one that's going to pay you more, and it's all better. That if you are open with all these sites, you can shop around. You can get the best odds. They all have different promotions as well. You're going to basically get free money as soon as you sign up for all of these guys. So I recommend going to bettinghero.com, signing up, MI Bets as the promo code, and sign up for all of them. Put money in the accounts. I mean, it only makes sense, right, Trev?
It really does. Like,
how many times have you done it? 17?
yeah. Listen, like, what's crazy is the sites have different odds all the time.
People don't realize it.
And
but
you
they
think
do.
of like 1.5 point to 1 point is a lot. You might not think it, but it really is. Or like 2 points to 1. And
Yeah.
Or over-unders are crazy with this.
You can get like 2.5 points pretty easily, and then
Yeah.
if you're feeling really good about it, you're gonna get a better payout. That's the
Huge.
key.
Like, imagine like in a football game, you have like, I don't know, what would your over-under be? Like 57 points. Let's say
Yeah,
it's
let's say
57.
57.5.
So 57.5. Like, you might have one side at 59.5. So if you're feeling the under, that's great.
Yeah,
But if you might have another at like 55.5, and you feel
Find
the
it.
over, and that's glorious. And this is the place to go.
you find it. You find the odds that fit your payout as well. It's the way to go. And luckily, you got Betting Hero inside the state of Michigan. BettingHero.com. Promo code MIBETS. They'll set you up, and you get a lot of free money right now going around. I recommend waiting for football season because that's when things are going to get crazy again here in the next couple months. But if you
Lot
want to
more
do it now, do it now. I'm not gonna tell you not to, but
We're started off this weekend.
yeah, might as well. I mean,
McGregor,
you got
Poirier.
you got a lot of stuff. Wait, what? What does that mean?
McGregor, Poirier.
UFC.
In UFC.
Oh yeah, is that happening?
Yeah,
Is that,
this
I
weekend.
thought he retired.
Oh,
He
no.
probably did. He came back. He wants to make
They
money,
always do that, don't they?
right?
Yeah,
He's got to
I'm
make
done,
his
I'm
homeland
back,
proud.
I'm done, I'm
Yeah.
back.
he's had more. Like, what's the word?
You wanted to say reunited.
Reunited. And it was so good.
He's had a lot of proper 12.
I think he might have retired more than Michael
Who
Jordan.
the fuck is this guy?
Anyways, a little bit of Betting Hero. Basically, what we did head into the playoffs, NBA and NHLs. We had drafted our teams. Ryan is the official winner of the NBA. He had both the Bucks with his first pick and the Suns with his second pick. So he had both of those. They're playing each other.
Who's still holding out for a COVID shutdown?
Hold on.
Wait,
Delta.
Nobody.
Delta variant.
Nobody wants that.
I'm just saying that's happened in multiple places. So
Did Ryan cheat?
Somebody asked me like what the Delta variant is. I was like, oh, that's the only one that goes on for Delta flights.
Yeah.
just
You can only get it if
imagine
you
though,
fly
they're like,
Delta.
like I'm sorry, that was just too easy.
Just shut it down.
Too easy.
Let's go home.
Matter of fact, no one wins. Ryan loses.
Yeah, so the Bucks and Suns they're playing game one right now.
They're down big,
Who is
the Bucks.
Ryan's team?
yeah, the Phoenix Suns.
Ryan, you're
Oh, the
losing.
Bucks are down. I saw that Giannis did end up playing though, right?
Yeah, but the Suns are up 92-76.
Good. I kind of want the Suns to win.
I want the Suns.
Devin
Ooh,
Booker,
man.
he was talking about the Grand Rapids the other day.
Representing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I
Even
love
though he
it.
had to leave to get where he wanted to go, but anyways.
Sold out.
Yeah, the NHL, the Lightning are up 3-1. Lightning is my team against the Canadians, who is Micah's team.
Canadians
The
making
Canadians,
a comeback.
yeah, I mean, here you go. They
Mount
won.
the comeback.
They won
They're not gonna win.
Game 5.
game 5 or game 4 to keep things going in overtime.
Sorry, 4. Yeah.
There you go.
So we
But-
had a comment from Joe. He says he's loving the Western shirt. All right, so
Ask him how Jaden did. Did
Jade, they won what? Was it 12-0?
Crushed them.
Was it 12-0? Did you go to the game?
On a heater.
I'm not gonna say that.
I was ready to go to the game, and my kids had one of the worst. So it was a long weekend. Very little sleep. And then they got very little sleep, too, and they were grumpy, too.
Yeah.
But it was rough for them. So this was their, like, just meltdown after meltdown after meltdown. And then the kids started doing it, too. And it was
there it
just
is.
awful.
You remember how I told you earlier? I was kind of out and about, and I was like, "Hey,
Is
I
that
want to
what it
come
was?
over and finish up."
Yeah.
I went to the wrong field.
Oh, is that what happened?
I ended up at Western. I'm like, I don't see Jaden out here.
No, it was in Granville.
I know.
Oh, he told you that.
I know he told me that, and I forgot about it, and I drove all the way to Western.
So it was a
bad.
13-0 victory. This is
Yeah,
All Stars
it's good.
District 9. I think they're going to be in the is it the quarterfinals at this point, or District
Could
9
be.
finals?
Is that how that works?
Very
Well,
soon.
Yeah,
I
if they
think
win this, they go to state.
they're 2 wins away from going to state. I think, if I remember.
They play
correctly.
tomorrow night.
He won 13-0.
Good for them. Good for
Bam.
Joe's team and Jaden. Give him a high five
Well
for
done.
me, Joe. Sorry I didn't make it. As you can see, I was going to be there.
He
I was
said
planning on being there.
He
What-
said tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow at 6.
Yeah, I can't be there. No, I might be able to. I don't know. We were
He-
thinking about going to the Berlin Fair.
Oh, nice. Nice.
No, shouldn't do it.
Not a
Over the
fan,
game.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll go to the game instead. It'll save me a lot of money.
Do some of both.
That's not how any of this works.
Anyways, I don't know where we were at. We just kept down going. Conn Smythe odds. That's where I was at,
I
right?
thought did we do this last week?
Yeah, but things changed.
Vasilevsky,
the goalie
I'm
thing?
guessing.
Andrei Vasilevsky is now the favorite at minus 125, 135, and 135. So that this is a perfect example of why you shop. If you're gonna bet on Vasilevsky, go to DraftKings, and bet on it there, because PointsBet, you're not gonna get as much money. MGM, you're not gonna get as much money.
Give me any good ones.
That's just how you do it. What did you say?
Nothing.
Nikita Kucherov, I think he's the most points in a long time in a playoff series, right? So he's up there. Braden Point, he went on that crazy roll. He's plus 1,000
Conn Smythe is the best goalie this year.
playoff MVP.
Playoff MVP.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, loser.
Why not? Why can't it just be called playoff MVP?
Because you have to name it after some guy that was successful at one point. That's how the NHL works. That's how it works. That's how all of it works.
Pretty
I
sure
respect
every
that.
sport has something like that.
That's true. Like
Oh, they do,
Bill
but-
Russell has like 6 trophies named after him, probably.
Yeah.
Carey Price is leading the way. If the Canadians can find a way to make this a legit series at plus 1,100. So that's basically where we're at. And we're going to move on to some beer grades. It is time to grade our Michigan That was beers for awesome. this episode, but before we
Chavs
do,
don't
I
mess
want to
with my
once
board.
again remind everyone of our partner, Siciliano's Market. They're simply the best beer store in West Michigan, located on Lake Michigan Drive, right between Grand Valley State University's main campus in downtown Grand Rapids. Wherever you live in West Michigan, it is worth the short drive for what they have to offer. Whether you know what you want or you need some help from their expert staff, Siciliano's Market is the best place for that. They not only have a massive and up-to-date inventory of the best craft beers from across our great nation, they're individually priced so you can mix and match to build your own six-pack. Along with their great selection of craft beer, they have specialty wines, spirits, ciders, coffee, tea, tobacco, and cigars. They also have the largest selection of homebrew and winemaking supplies in West Michigan. We love that Siciliano's Market is part of the State of My Sports family and is who we visit to help us choose our Michigan beers for each and every episode. So please check them out and let them know that we sent you. All right, so if you were not here for our beer introductions, please comment and tell us what you are drinking and give it a nice 0 to 10 grade, and we will read your comment on the air.
Boom.
Okay, we're writing it down. It's going to happen, so I know we got some viewers. Tell us what you're drinking and give it a 0 to 10 grade. It doesn't have to be Michigan made. If it is, it's even better. That's a great way to go.
Better than sure.
Kyle, can you remind everybody what you're drinking and give it a grade?
I can. From
Good.
Grand
All right, sweet. I'm
Traverse
glad to know that. Trav, can you
Brewing.
do that or no?
Sure. I got Arvon.
You got to. All
Tough
right,
like
just,
I'm cutting you
all right,
off,
Kyle, go.
Go, no,
He's not even talking in the mic. He's
that's true. He's talking into the beer can.
it's been 11 episodes. He's forgot how to do it.
Grand Traverse Brewing Company Lakeside Ale, 4.1. I can actually read the can now that the sticker.
You
isn't
just
on
give
it.
him a 4.1?
That was the percentage.
That's the percentage.
You got it.
Way too early to give a score, right? Just kidding. It's an 8.9. I really like this beer.
You really like?
Woo! 8 and 9?
That's a solid grade.
For a light beer, this is phenomenal.
Is it?
I had one of
Are
those
there
too.
any-
It
are
was
there any
really
left?
good.
No,
You guys
we
drank
had
all
one
of
too.
them?
Yeah,
No.
we took care of them.
I had
It was
two.
really good.
Good for Grand Traverse. I think
that's
was
a
that our
great
that was
beer.
our inaugural Grand Traverse beer, I believe.
Sorry, I will.
I'm not
real
sure we
quick,
drank
a
one of the beers
light-bodied, straw-colored ale that is crisp, clean, refreshing, yet soft and balanced. It's as easy to enjoy as a sunny day at the lake.
All right, what is straw colored? Like straw as in
Color
like
of straw, like hay.
Probably
straw.
like hay, or
yellowish.
straw is like a white straw with a blue
Yeah, white,
blue
Sam.
stripe,
It's
blue
white.
and red on one side.
It's white. White.
So
So-
white
That's not how it works.
Uh,
That's not how any of this.
All right, Kyle.
That's
Listener
2 at a time.
Carrie, though,
2 at a
she's
time.
drinking a bourbon barrel-aged campground shenanigans, like we mentioned earlier, from Arvon, and
Yeah.
she gave it a 7.9.
7-9. I see we got more viewers, so please tell us what you're drinking tonight. Give it a grade.
Jarrett's drinking hurricane water by
By
Dis-
Elsa.
Yeah,
Disney.
by Elsa.
Disney
Elsa-
Incorporated. It comes frozen.
That's good. That was well done.
Great for a warm day.
All right,
For a warm day.
all right, Micah, what are you drinking?
Man, from Atwater Brewing, I'm drinking their Pog-O-Licious IPA. It's a passion fruit, orange, and guava IPA. A 6.5%er, 44 IBUs. Just to remind everyone, this is an absolutely delicious beer, especially when it's muggy as all get out right now. This tastes divine.
I didn't know it was
This is-
muggy.
This is
It-
good for light beer, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
this
like,
is a good light
yeah.
beer episode,
This
I feel
is
like.
this is awesome.
Except for Trav.
I'm gonna give this an 8.8.
Hey, that's a really good score.
I like this beer a lot. And
Wow.
honestly, like Atwater kills their dark beers, like their porters, their stouts, and this is one of the first ones I've had that's more or
Did John just
less
say that?
heavy,
I love it. John's
more
I'll give this a
light.
whirl.
You going to drink it, John?
I'm gonna try some.
Yeah.
Sounds like,
This
why would you
is-
drink that? I want to try it. Like,
No,
this
that's-
is
I already had
awesome.
one.
This is a great beer. 8.8.
That's a really good score. I'm drinking from Sheboygan
Sheboygan.
Brewing Co. They say it's the Michigan one. So it's their Blackberry Blonde Ale. It's a limited release. If you're looking for a nice light beer in the summer that has really good flavor, highly recommend it. The blackberries are very subtle. Like, I mean, very good fruit flavor, but it's not like the sour tartness that, blackberries can kind of put off. So I think they did a really good job with mixing that. They said fresh air, water go hand in hand with this ale. And it was perfect. I think this is a very, very good light blonde ale. Like, I'm not a big blonde ale guy. This fits it. I'm going to go with a 8.3. Travis Nickel.
I got the stemless here.
El
New
Chavo
England.
said he was drinking Corona Lights
Yeah.
when he was driving 213 kilometers per hour.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Glad
yeah.
to see El Chavo's still kicking
He's still at it.
from jail.
Yeah.
I got the stemless here from Arvon.
Yes,
and
the stemless.
it's really good. I mean, they
I
just
really
keep
should have put
producing-
that in their sour glass.
Well,
Because
me
it'd
and
be a little stem.
not a
it would
sour,
look-
though,
Yeah, but
is
it
it?
would look like a stemless wine glass.
me and Trav were talking
Ooh.
about. We all kind of have these like light
He's
beers,
going double.
and you tossed him in on like an 8.5 with
Yeah.
like a double.
Thanks, buddy.
New England
Hey,
IPA.
I'm always
yeah,
looking out
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, not the right day to do it, but here we are with the stemless double New England. It's solid. I'll give it a 7.7.
7.7.
Yeah, it's not my favorite one they've made, to be honest, but it's also not the worst. It's right in between.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, I think it was good. It was a really fun episode. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for recording. Trav, thanks for coming in here and being part of it tonight. Go Western Little League tomorrow. Bring
Let's
home
go.
the 9.
Suns
We'll
in
talk
4.
to you next week. If not sooner.
You've been listening to State of My Sports. From the Red Wings to the Lions, to the Tigers, to the Pistons, to Michigan and Michigan State, and everything in between, we're talking about it. And don't forget the beer. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. In the meantime, hook up with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at State of My Sports with an MI. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
We were about to get